He swung on and hit the end of right field deep, and you can't forget about this one. Blaze Salter hits number 5, and the Newport Gulls retake the lead.
This is the Newport Gulls pregame show, live from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Gone! A grand slam! To left power, right tower power, and the Gulls walk off in the 15th inning!
Coming up, interviews, stats, standings, lineups, and a whole lot more.
Tomas steps on the back for one out, throws to first, and he's in time, a double play.
Pitch, breaking ball lifted deep to center field, and it is gone! A 2-run shot for Cody Hosey.
Taking a high drive, left field deep. Bolzano going back, looking up. This ball is a 2-run homer. P.J. Jones hits it out.
Stay tuned. The pregame show begins now on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Now, in his 3rd season covering Newport Gulls baseball, here is play-by-play broadcaster Zach Ledson.
It's Game 3 of the Pell Bridge Series, and it's coming up next at Cardines Field. Hi, everybody. Zach Letson getting you set for Game 3 of this Rhode Island interstate rivalry that is Gulls and Waves. Just 1 run separates the two teams through the first two matchups that Ocean State and Newport split back in June. Newport looks for home win number 6 and win number 12 overall this season here tonight at 6:35. But first, the Gulls pregame show starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, Shane Briggs here in the Newport Gulls pregame show with Gulls pitcher Dom Parachi. Dom, a successful season, different place in Newport earlier this year at Salve Regina, earned you D3 Pitcher of the Year honors, one of 9 pitchers to receive that honor. What's that like? How does that feel? What is that accomplishment like for you?
It's kind of surreal. I never really expected it would be me. But, it feels good. I know I've worked hard. My teammates pushed me, my coaches pushed me at Salve, so it feels good to know that, your hard work finally paid off in some way.
Yeah, and all that hard work and that accomplishment in D3, and then you come out here and you're playing both with and against a lot of D1 talent. What's that transition like? Is it you're succeeding out here as well? What does that success feel like at yet another level?
I always tell everybody it doesn't really matter, who steps in the batter's box. I'm going to challenge you, and I'm, going to do my best to compete and throw strikes, and, I'm just going to try to get you out. So, I personally, just try to compete, as I said, and I know that, obviously there's better hitters in this league, but, just going to throw strikes, try to get you out. That's it.
Awesome. Well, I believe that's all we have for you. Thank you again. Best of luck.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Yes, sir.
All right, back here on the Gulls pregame show, Zach Letson joined by Newport Gulls pitcher Josh Gross here. And Josh, you finally get in, pitched 3 innings last night after sitting around. You guys come up here, you and Alec Makarevich had to sit for about 10 games. How did it feel just to finally get in there and pitch this summer?
It felt good. I took a little time off once the season was over just to kind of rest for a week and a half pretty much and get my arm back to where it would be for the summer. And it felt good to get back out there finally after pretty much 3 weeks of not pitching, and just as exciting as it was pitching at school. So,
well, pretty fantastic. 3 innings, 2 hits, 1 run, 8 strikeouts. The last 8 outs of the game that you get are all Ks to finish off Newport's 6-5 win over Winnipesaukee. And this past spring at East Carolina, you're used to pitching plenty. It was your first appearance with Newport in a stress situation. How do you think pitching 25 games for the Pirates kind of helped prepare you for coming in a big situation in what was your first opportunity as a goal?
It was huge. I mean, playing at East Carolina, our leash is pretty short from a pitching perspective. So every time you get to take the mound at East Carolina, it's a high pressure situation, whether it's the first inning or in the 7th up by 10. Like you're getting evaluated with everything you do. So especially towards the back end of the season. All those innings matter, conference tournament, regional, super regional, they're all big innings and big moments, so that definitely prepared me for a game like last night where it's a high-pressure game, 1-run or 2-run lead going in the 9th, and then gave up the solo bomb to put them within 1, and a walk tying run on first base, so those are definitely stress innings, and playing East Carolina definitely prepared me for that because it was nothing new for me. It was just pitching when the game's on the line, and I've had my struggles in that moments. Like I remember in the season we were playing Old Dominion, and I went in the game. I told my coach I started the weekend before, and it was a midweek game. I told him I was good to close it. I ended up giving up we were the home team, obviously, but I gave up a 3-run jack to give the other team the lead, and then we lost the game. So I know what it's like on both sides, and it was good to finally go back out there and compete.
Well, I want to keep talking about your time at ECU. I talked to your Pirate teammate Alec Makarevich a little earlier in the summer. It is, and if you have not seen those watching at home, one of the craziest environments in all of college baseball. ECU earns a national seed this year, hosts a regional, hosts a super regional against Texas. You pitched plenty over there during the NCAA tournament, but I just got to ask you about that environment. What is it like to pitch in front of those crazy, crazy fans and just be a part of chaos in all the best ways? Just such passion down there in Greenville.
No, it's something special. It's something that you dream as a kid playing in, and then when you go to East Carolina, you know it's always a possibility playing in those moments, and it's special. I mean, the jungle itself is enough to fuel anybody if you're tired or not. Like the adrenaline rush and the just the environment, like you said, it's unbelievable. It's something you can't you can only be a part of it if you're really in the moment, and all the noise on the mound, it's right on top of you, and it's definitely something special. I mean, the adrenaline from that alone is something you'll never experience anywhere else, and yeah, I mean it's crazy. And what's crazy too is I know it was a packed house for the regional and super regional, but our fans are unbelievable. I mean, they pack that place up whenever they can. Every home game, we've led the state of North Carolina in attendance for the past 21 years, in average attendance. So it's a great environment. Pirate Nation's unbelievable, and that atmosphere, like that whole 2 weeks at home was something that I'll remember forever. So.
Well, you come from the jungle to another kind of unique place here at Cardines Field, City by the Sea. Your first appearance away from there, but here with the Newport Gulls. What can you take away from, again, a fantastic performance, 3 innings, 8 strikeouts, 2 hits, and just 1 run allowed? What can you take away from that as the summer continues to roll on here?
I mean, I think it's continuing to get better. It's easy in this game to be satisfied, especially after last night. It's easy for me to say, I'm doing well, I'm doing good, but the second you get comfortable, this game will humble you really quick, and I experienced a lot of that this past season at school. I had some high highs and some pretty low lows, and finding that medium where you can just stay consistent and stay hungry for the next outing is the greatest thing I've learned this season. And even in the game like last night, I obviously hadn't pitched in 3 weeks, and just getting back out in a high pressure environment. Obviously, it's not as loud as a super regional, but all those innings, if you're a competitor, all those innings they matter, and learning how to compete and control your heart rate and your emotional status is huge, and that's the biggest thing I've learned this past season. And yeah, last night it was crazy being back out there and being able to be in one of those moments again.
All right, well, Newport looking to make it 4 in a row here tonight. That's East Carolina's Josh Gross. Josh, thanks for the time.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, the Gulls pregame show continues next.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back in. Shane Briggs and Zach Letson here for a tag team intern interview. We are here with Colby Mason. Colby, you are our TrackMan and Synergy Coordinator. Do you mind telling the people at home what those are, how they work, how it's all going this year?
Of course. The TrackMan is a fancy radar thing that picks up the spin rate, the pitch speed, exit velocity, all that stuff that the scouts love to see. And then the Synergy got some cameras set up around here that capture angles of the pitcher, the field, the hitters. And you got to send those off for coaches, scouts, players to see. And they all love that stuff.
Well, talking about that fancy radar thing, as you called it, not every team can say they got some vets running the show. Interns, we're here. We've been working. I've been here a couple of years. You now have been here a couple of years. What's different for you here in the 2022 go around here with the Gulls for you?
Well, we worked together during the COVID year. That was tough.
Now
that was tough.
Since 2020.
But so last year was our first normal year, really. But the energy this year is just fun. And this is a real good team we got. We got hitters. We got pitchers. They can do really everything out here.
Absolutely. Well, Colby, thank you for the explanation, both for me and the fans back at home. We thank you for your time. Pleasure, my friend.
One last question. Have you ever been at Cardines Field without those sunglasses?
No, never. If the sun's out, the shades are on.
And if the sun is out, other side of that same token, if the sun is out, are the guns always out?
The guns are never out because that would be illegal. Don't have a right to carry.
No open carry permit?
No, not yet. Working on that. It'd just be too scary for the kids.
Appreciate you upholding the family environment, Colby. Thank you.
All right, it's time for the front office report. Zach Letson here with Newport Gulls general manager Chuck Pava as Newport gets ready for Ocean State. Chuck, it is July 1st. It is a brand new month. How's the state of the team in your mind heading into, of course, the final month of the regular season and a brand new month with it being the 1st of July?
Well, I think we're going in the right direction. We're starting to get guys that arrived here that had some injuries. They're starting to get healthy. So everyone is able to play right now. I think that we've got a good group moving in the right direction. I'm excited. July is really your season. That's what matters. I told these guys today in a team meeting that we had, the games are going to be more meaningful in July, and this place is going to get crowded and crazy. So have fun with it.
Well, you talked about the team meeting that you had today. Of course, you're always giving these players words of encouragement as they get out there and step out on the field. And right now, it's been kind of an up and down season for Newport, but on the up. 3 wins in a row. How do you think the state is of this team from a camaraderie standpoint and a togetherness standpoint from what you've seen as the GM?
And I was telling them today, I think what really exemplifies this team, I think, is character. This is a great group of young men. Not that other teams weren't, but they're a great group of young men, and I think they enjoy being around each other, and that always helps with the winning. They start to care about each other and play harder for each other, and I think it's great. I really do see this group coming together. This is I really like the way this team is coming together, quite frankly. Yeah.
Well, it's, of course, the most important month of games. Newport is in a neck-and-neck stretch here for first in the Coastal Division. What's one thing you want to see out of your team here as they look to play some inspired baseball?
Well, like we talked about today, July is going to be a grind. Just come out every day, play hard. And all good will happen. Just play the game the right way, play hard, and there's enough talent in this room to have success. So those are the things you always got to do. And if you do that and you lose, you lose. It's baseball. But I like the direction this group is going in.
All right, that's Newport Gulls general manager Chuck Pava. It's a brand new month. Chuck, we thank you for the time.
Yeah, thank you for having me, Zach. Thank you.
All right, Gulls pregame show rolls right here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. All right, back here on the Gulls pregame show, Zach Letson, joined by assistant general manager and tonight the voice of the Ocean State Waves, Ben Bellotti, as well as Newport Gulls field reporter Shane Briggs. Ben, I'll start with you. Kind of a crazy night last night and what's been a wacky season in the Coastal Division. Newport playing a one-run game in Winnipesaukee, and the case for Ocean State, not going the way of the Waves in a 6-5 loss to the Schooners.
Yeah, going into the 8th inning, into the 9th, we thought we had it. Lead up 5-1, and going into the 9th, just didn't go our way. Ended up losing in extras, but you said it, crazy start to this Coastal Division. I mean, a couple days ago, only 4 teams in the entire league are playing above 500. I think that just speaks to the level of competition going on here this year. Just everyone's going right at each other, and I think it's the same for most teams. Just walks. That's what's hurting everyone, because the offense is there, the pitching's there. Just sometimes it's a lack of control.
Well, it's been a lot of scrappy teams in this Coastal Division. Newport is fighting, scratching, and clawing. Shane, every game's so important, and Newport also played against Mystic in its last home game, and what a crazy game it was. Newport ends up winning 6-3, but, just kind of a crazy night here at Cardines on Wednesday.
Yeah, as somebody who's been watching baseball most of my life, I can say that was one of the crazier baseball games I've ever witnessed. Just about anything you could possibly want. There was pitching, there was fireworks, there was everything. So just an absolutely crazy game, and it must be something in the water with the Schooners, because it was a night to remember, that's for sure. So hoping for another memorable one here tonight at Cardines, and looking forward to our contest tonight.
All right, on to Ocean State and Newport, round number 3. We'll see you up in the booth.
Starting lineup for the Newport Gulls.
It is a beautiful night for baseball and for round 3 of the Pell Bridge Series between the Newport Gulls and the Ocean State Waves. So glad that you could be with us from Cardines Field here on the NECBL Network. Zach Letson joined alongside assistant GM, and tonight the voice of the Ocean State Waves, Ben Bellotti, along with field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Shane Briggs. And, well, what we talked about earlier, what promises to be a good night of baseball here. It's 2 games between these 2 teams that were extremely different but similar at the same time. Just 1 run separating the 2 teams. Gulls and Waves split in each of the first 2 matchups.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be super exciting. I mean, like you said, 1 run between each time. You really never know what to expect when these 2 teams come together. It could be an absolute overload of pitching or an absolute explosion on offense on either side. Both explosive lineups and pitching on both sides of the ball, both teams, Gulls and Waves. So it really could be anything tonight, and I'm really looking forward to watching this game.
Yeah, 13-12, Ocean State has outscored Newport in the first 2 matchups of this Pell Bridge Series. There will be 6 this season. This is matchup number 3. Gulls took game 1 of the series out at Old Mountain Field 2-1 back in early June, but then Ocean State came here to Cardines Field and took what was about as different a game as you could have imagined, a 12-10 final in favor of Ocean State. And both of these teams, the close games kind of been the theme. Newport winning by 1 run last night. Ocean State falling by 1 run last night, kind of in late, surprising fashion maybe to the Mystic Schooners.
Yeah, late last night, lead just gave away and didn't go our way. Ended up losing in extras, and but tonight I think we got Jake Garland on the bump for you guys, Cam Knox on the bump for us. I think 2 great pitchers on both sides. I don't want to say a pitcher's duel, but I can see it's going to be a low-scoring affair, unlike the past couple games.
Well, that's exactly what it was when Jake Garland last pitched for Newport. He became the first goal to work into an 8th inning this season. It was a tough 6-4 loss to the Sanford Mainers, but while talking about those Mystic Schooners, that was the last team Newport played right here, Shane. What a game it was. Newport scoring a couple runs in the 4th and 5th in what was otherwise a pitcher's duel to start. We saw a lot of high-flying emotions here at Cardines Field, and Newport played some inspiring baseball down the stretch, earned a 6-3 win.
Yeah, absolutely. Like you said, lots of emotions, lots of very hectic baseball game. I believe on the pregame show I said it was the most hectic baseball game I've ever watched. It's got me tripping over my own tongue. Like you said, everything. Emotions, a pitcher's duel. Well, Kevin Sider, and everything. It was one heck of a baseball game, and so. To come back to Cardines with that being the last game played here is going to be an impressive one to top, but I don't see why Game 3 of the Pell Bridge Series can't do just that.
Yeah, Kevin Sider was the story for Newport. 6 no-hit innings for the Gulls, and if you go back to his last start, he had 6 no-hit innings in that outing too. 12 consecutive innings of no-hit baseball, 12 strikeouts, which was a season high for the Gulls. That got Newport its 10th win of the season. Newport won its 11th game last night in its first trip to Laconia since 2019. A 6-5 win over the Winnipesaukee Muskrats, and that's made it a 3-game losing streak. Both of these teams kind of been up and down. A couple losses in a row for Ocean State, 3 wins in a row for the Newport Gulls. We'll have plenty more for you as we get closer and closer to first pitch. Lineups, starting pitchers that we've already touched upon briefly, but we'll have it all for you on the other side of the national anthem here at Cardines Field.
Red Sox night, sponsored by Aspire Dermatology. Not only a comprehensive medical provider, but they continue to serve the Rhode Island community. Thanks to the great work of Aspire Dermatology, we are joined here tonight by the Glimmer of Hope Foundation. Aspire Dermatology works in conjunction with the Glimmer of Hope Foundation to support a local Middletown resident, Carrie Nelson, who continues to battle with osteosarcoma. Although she was unable to join us tonight, the Newport Gulls, Aspire Dermatology, and the Glimmer of Hope Foundation send our thoughts and prayers to Carrie. So please consider purchasing a 50/50 raffle tonight, this evening from the Glimmer of Hope Foundation to support the amazing work they do to shine a light on those battling childhood cancer. Also brings to light all of our Newport Gulls who are involved with the Boston Red Red Sox. To highlight some of these alumni who have been a part of that family, as well as the Newport Gulls family, we'd like to shout out Patrick Light, Kyle Hart, Mike Chambers, Richie Lentz, Brian Fritz, Stephen Scott, and Ryan Westmoreland, Stevie Mangum, and our own former chairman of the Newport Gulls, who is the general manager of Boston Red Sox, Lou Gorman. There are even a few connections with our current roster. Two athletes with great ties to the Red Sox Foundation is Cole Stasio, a pitcher from Baylor University, father Chris Stasio, who played in the minor leagues, alongside Liam Levangi's father, David Levangi, who's been on the staff with the Boston Red Sox and has captured 2 World Series championship rings, one in 2013 and one in 2018. Now I'd like to call to the mound a couple of first pitches on behalf of Aspire Dermatology. First up, I'd like to welcome Dr. Victoria Canal. She was actually born right outside of Boston and joins us today from Aspire Dermatology's Middletown office. Dr. Canal studied all over the East Coast, graduating from Fairfield University, Harvard University, and Nova Southeastern University, where she obtained her medical degree. She's always accepting new patients and loves serving the community here in New England. And her favorite Boston Red Sox is Big Poppy, David Ortiz. She's joined by her daughter, Aisley. Nice. Thanks for the help, Aisley. Next, the CEO of Aspire Dermatology, their trusted leader, David Green. His favorite Red Sox player is Carl Yastrzemski. Last, but certainly not least, a critical facilitator in organizing tonight's Red Sox night, the office and marketing supervisor, Ashley Green. Let's give it the first line of dermatology, Dr. Jason Michaels, is also here with us today, as well as a few other members of their team. Now, I'd kindly like you all to please rise and remove your caps. As tonight's colors are presented to us by the North Kingston Police Department, and down from right around your Fenway, the Boston Fire Department. Performing tonight's national anthem is Lauren Choppy, who's been taking voice lessons and graduated from Coventry High School. She's always had a love for music and plans to use it to musical therapy.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous
what's up, Chris? You gonna be out there tonight, up here? Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, he actually saluted. I'm thinking he's committed.
Let's give another big shout out here. Everybody who participates in tonight's pregame ceremony, as well as our mascots for the Red Sox and the Worcester Red Sox here. Now let's get ready to play some baseball.
Back here in the booth at Cardines Field, Aspire Dermatology Red Sox night. Got the whole crew out. Wally and friends, Gully Jr., even some mascots from the Woo Sox. We were talking plenty about just all the array of mascots that you see here.
Yeah,
It's not often that you see such a big group and come out to the ball game here tonight.
No, not at all. And, you know, I love the smiley face for the Woo Sox. I have no idea what the other mascot's supposed to be for the Woo Sox.
we were trying to figure it out. Of course, the Woo Sox in their inaugural season after leaving Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and we got Smiley, we've got Woofster. You know, I think I might have just figured it out.
That one's creative. I like that one.
It's got Woofster on the back.
Yep.
Of course, they play in Worcester, Massachusetts.
That one hurts as a native Rhode Islander, I got to be honest with you.
I mean, rest in peace, McCoy
right
Stadium.
McCoy was one heck of a ballpark.
75 years plus.
Still there, still going strong.
Absolutely.
No one's playing there right now, but but yeah, Woo Sox. The smiley face, because Worcester is apparently the birthplace of the smiley face.
The happiness capital of the United States, I believe, is Worcester, Massachusetts. I believe that's what they say.
I think so.
Well, they went under a complete rebrand after leaving Pawtucket. Over at Polar Park, we talked plenty about the Woo Sox, formerly in Pawtucket, Rhode Island, and these being two Rhode Island teams here tonight. We know plenty about the Ocean State. Ocean State coming to Cardines Field for a second time this season here, Ben. 12 runs the last time they came. It was a pretty big offensive explosion. What's Ocean State going to look like 1 through 9 here tonight as they try to find and match that kind of offensive effort?
Yeah, I mean, I think our lineup's put together really well today. We got Kyle Naves with a lot of speed leading off. He gets on base, almost a guaranteed stolen bag, maybe steal third. So automatic runner in scoring position. And then in the 2-hole, we got Jake Studley, and right after him, Kyrie Miller. Probably, as of the last couple of games, our two most consistent hitters. And then we just got the mashers, Donovan Cash, Brody Heaton, followed by Drew Holderback, Alex Ramirez, Justin Long, Creek, Robertson. So we got a great mix of power and speed to fill out this lineup. And I think, it's not going to be one thing that dominates for the Waves this game. It's going to be a little bit of, putting scrappy base hits together with speed. And then if we run into one, it's going to go over the fence, and it's going to help us out.
Well, each of these teams ran into one last time these two were here. We've seen both sides. Newport got it done 2-1 at Old Mountain Field. That was the Dominic Parachi show. 11 strikeouts, earned an NECBL Week 1 honor roll selection. Here we are nearing the end of Week 4. Into the month of July, it is a brand new month. And the games really start to matter even more as Newport, as you can see, taking the field for the first time here tonight, wearing their Friday orange uniforms. Those will seldom come out outside of Friday night and are met with a great crowd here for baseball. 72 degrees and partly cloudy as the Gulls take the field. Let's give you Newport's defensive alignment. As Newport out in the field before first pitch. Ben Rounds in left, Colton Ledbetter in center, Spencer Smith is in right, left to right across the infield. Alec Makarevich plays the hot corner. Josh Kuroda-Grauer at shortstop. Trent Farquhar at second, and Sam Kulisingham at first. Jack Scanlon does the catching. Jack Scanlon does the catching for the Newport starting pitcher Jake Garland. Out of the University of Miami, makes his third start here with the Gulls this summer. Talked a little bit about his last start with Newport. It got rough late, but before that last inning that he pitched for the Gulls, he was fantastic. The first and only Newport Gull to work into an 8th inning this season. He went 7 1/3 against the Sanford Mainers, got tagged with 6 runs, but 4 of those came in the top of the 8th on a Mainers grand slam. You want to talk about seesaw back and forth game. Sanford scored 4 in the top of the 8th. Newport scored 4 in the bottom of the 8th. And the Gulls fell in a tough one, 6-4 the final. Garland was out for that game, picked up the loss, but he picked up the win for Newport in probably the most well-played game by the Gulls this season. A 17-1 win out at Martha's Vineyard against the Sharks.
Yeah, and Jake Garland, synergy has on fastball slider. We're going to be looking at, I think it's more of a sinker actually, a lot of movement. So he's going to be 87-90 with a lot of movement on that pitch, a lot of RPMs get it going. So I would look for, a lot of strikeouts, but mostly a lot of ground balls tonight.
The midweek starter for the Miami Hurricanes, team that had a lot of success this season as the number 6 national seed. And a couple of Canes kicking around in the league. 1 here with Newport and 4 over with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. First pitch from Garland into Kyle Maves. Fastball, and we're underway from Cardines Field at 6:42 Eastern time.
First pitch at 91 miles an hour.
That's one way to treat you. Back to the fastball again, but it skips in the dirt now. A 1-1 count to the third baseman out of Quinnipiac University. And he's seen a thing or two here in the NECBL. It's his second year with the Ocean State Waves. He was an all-star last summer. Chops this one hard. JKG charges in, fires across the diamond, and it gets out of the glove of Kulasingam on the pick attempt. Yeah. So Maves, with that speed that we've already talked about, going to reach here.
Just like I mentioned right there, he's in the lead-up position for a reason. He's not going to barrel balls over the field, but he's going to put the ball in play a lot, and he's going to use that speed to his advantage, making them rush the throw, just like we saw right there.
It's going to be a very tight play over there at first, regardless. But what was not the easiest play for Kuroda Grauer results in Maves reaching, and it brings in the righty Jake Studley. Righty on righty matchup. Here's the first pitch. Gets the top of the zone for a strike. So the Ocean State right fielder Studley calls UConn and Barrington, Rhode Island home.
Yeah, was at Wheaton College before, now transferring to UConn for his last year of eligibility.
That's a strike. I can't say that is too bad a decision. The Huskies coming off of one of the best years they've ever had, maybe the best year they've ever had. 50 wins, a super regional appearance.
Yeah, very impressive season from the Huskies this year.
A lot of Husky representation here in the NECBL. Studley, one of them, and deserving of that. 412, his average over at Wheaton. 11 home runs, 45 RBIs. 0-2 pitch. Goes out and gets it. Staying alive here. We'll do it again.
Yeah, and Studley's really known for working the count too. A lot of his hits haven't come very early in the count. He likes to work it and then put the bat on the ball later in the count, just fighting it the whole time and earning his hit.
Awaiting an 0-2 here from the Miami righty. Fastball just misses that outer part of the zone. It's now a 1-2 count. Talked about Garland being a workhorse, 7 1/3 his last time out. Pitched 65 innings, 65 1/3 over with Miami in the spring. Certainly used to going the distance. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner going to second. Scanlon's throw, not in time. A good throw at that. Plenty of speed on the base paths for Kyle Maves. So Newport gets the first out of the night, but Maves swipes it back.
Yeah, beautiful, beautiful slider there by Garland right there. You could tell Studley was sitting fastball and just had no chance. Any off-speed thrown to him right there, anywhere close, he was sitting dead red. Just really didn't stand a chance up there unless the heater was coming.
81 miles per hour. Talked about that fastball touching in the lower to mid-90s for Garland. It has a good mix. Well, here's the center fielder, Kyrie Miller. First pitch, a breaking ball that misses inside. Kind of turned into the everyday center fielder here for the Ocean State Waves is Miller.
Yeah, absolutely. Been playing a great defensive center field out there and really been heating up with the bat. I think 3 home runs in his last 4 games.
Had 11 of them in the spring over with the Winthrop Eagles. There goes Maves to 30 at a huge lead. That one shot. Farquhar with a catch, and it's an easy double play. A line out turns into 2, and in the blink of an eye, the top of the first is over. Newport gets its first at bats when we come back.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Back at Cardines Field, no score. Newport gets its first at-bats of the night here in the bottom of the first. It'll be Trent Farquhar to lead things off for Newport. He plays second, made that catch that turned into a double play. Behind him, Alec Makarevich at third hits second. Colton Ledbetter hits third and plays center. Sam Kulisingham hits fourth and plays first. Noah Martinez hits fifth out of the DH spot as Farquhar is swing and a miss for strike one. Josh Kuroda-Grauer hits sixth for Newport and plays short. Ben Rounds hits seventh and plays left. Spencer Smith, wearing number 6, plays in right field and hits eighth. Jack Scanlon rounds out the Newport order, hitting ninth and doing the catching. They will face, on the mound for the Ocean State Waves, Cam Knox.
Yeah, we just saw 2 quick strikes there from Cam Knox. A fastball to get ahead and then a slider fouled off. This guy likes to work his pitches a lot, and it's going to really help him out mixing those pitches.
Popped up Farquhar into straightaway center field, now shading into left center field. Kyrie Miller makes the catch. Talked about his mix a little bit for Cam Knox. A guy that relying mostly on the fastball so far this summer. Hits around the 88-mile-per-hour range, but has a slider and a changeup as well. Those both sit high 70s to 80. Makarevich looks at strike one.
And he likes to work quick.
That's certainly the case here. I mean, we saw Newport starter Kevin Sider do that, and that can really, I think, help a pitcher mentally,
absolutely,
pace-wise. Greeted with a fastball, and the lefty hitting in the left D batter's box, but Makarevich, one of a couple switch hitters on this Newport team, along with the first baseman Sam Kulisingham. They both share the switch hitting similarity, and they're both pretty good hitters, and have been the case this summer. Makarevich comes in with a 10-game hitting streak, and that is all 10 games that he's played here in Newport. Does not have a game without a base hit.
Gotta love that if you're a Gulls fan.
As that breaking pitch is outside, maybe last night extending the streak in the most emphatic fashion possible. A no-doubt 2-run home run to left field out at Robbie Mills Field in Laconia. That one nearly comes in and clips him, and Amac has worked a full count.
If there's been one downfall for Cam Knox this season, it has been the fact that he does happen to see himself in a lot of full counts. Working that pitch count up, it doesn't do him any favors.
And Makarevich earns the walk. Well, great at-bat put together there by Amac, and shouldn't be a surprise to many. He's on base. It's got to be so dangerous as a pitcher. Looking at this Newport order, 1, 2, 3, and 4, because talked about Makarevich with a hit in every game he's played with the Gulls. And behind him is the batting average, home run, and RBI leader, Colton Ledbetter.
That guy, Zach.
He has been that guy for Newport this summer. Treated with a first pitch fastball for Knox in there for a strike. Ledbetter talked about his average, 343 for the Gulls. That leads the team, along with 5 homers and 19 RBIs. As that's ripped deep into right field, it'll go right off the wall. Absolutely smoked off the bat. It'll be a long single for Colton Ledbetter. Boy, was that ball smoked.
Yeah, that pitch was right down the middle. There's, if you're a pitcher, that's the last place you want to put it, especially with the 89-mile-per-hour fastball with the best hitter in the league right now. Colton Ledbetter did a great job of staying back, waiting for it, and absolutely driving it right there. But also another great job by Jake Sully to get that ball in quick and keep the runner from advancing the third.
First Gulls hit at the ninth, and Waves actually tried to backpick Makarevich there, but he's back in safe, and immediately an opportunity here for the Gulls for Sam Kulasingam.
Here's an interesting fact, 105 off the bat right there.
My goodness.
Compared to 32 right there. Still hurts.
Going smack off of that Serve Pro sign in right field. That's the thing about Cardinals Field. You don't just have to hit it hard, you got to hit it high. 26 feet on the chain link fence that surrounds this entire place.
Yeah, that's a home run at Old Mountain Field. No doubter. No doubter. About 298 to right field in that spot.
Oh, it is 300 down the right field line here in Newport, so it is still a lefty-friendly ballpark. 330 to left field, about 362 to straightaway center, but a little bit of an indent from straightaway center into right center where you lose about 15, gets about 15 feet closer.
Yeah, it's a wonky park.
That's the area where Sam Kulasingam has both of his home runs this season for the Gulls. This will stay on the ground. Chopper over to Ramirez. Go to second, and they just get Ledbetter in time. That is a gutsy call from Alex Ramirez going for the out at second to get Ledbetter instead of what would have likely been a sure out at first.
Yeah, I don't know if he had double play in mind, but going to that 6-shooter there, made a nice throw right to second. That was a really close play. It was a really nice play and well done by Alex Ramirez, but really close play.
Both of these teams with strong defensive infield, especially the middle infield. Quick Robertson and Ramirez, and then Josh Kuroda-Grauer and Trent Farquhar for the Gulls. Here's Noah Martinez, the Newport DH. Cut on and missed for strike one. 88 on the gun from Cam Knox.
Yeah, he's been sticking to his fastball as of late.
This start number 4 for Knox. 12 2/3 innings pitched on the season, 8 earned runs, 11 runs total. 10 Ks to go with 2 walks as Martinez flies it out of play. It'll find America's Cup Avenue.
Yeah, Knox by far had his best start his last time out. Went 4 1/3. Not the longest start, but for summer ball, pretty decent. And I think he struck out about 6, or 7, even better. So yeah, definitely his best outing of the summer, and he's looking to build on that.
0-1 with a 5.68 ERA. Working in his 4th start here this summer on the 1st of July. As that shot by Martinez, scooped by Ramirez, and an easy play over at first to retire the side. So Newport with a couple base runners, but Knox works out of it. Scoreless as we go to the second. You're listening to Gulls Baseball here on the NECBL Network.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year. each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final Four, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
The Moz Donut eating contest here at Cardines Field. It is always a fun time, especially when you got like 5, 6 mascots cheering you on.
I'm jealous, Zach. One of these days, I want to just get down there. Those are some good-looking donuts.
Breaking ball that is fouled off by Donovan Cash. That begins this top of the second inning. Cash, Brody Heaton, and Drew Holderback. It is 4, 5, and 6 due up for Ocean State in their half of the second inning. Cash looks at a ball downstairs, a guy that had a fantastic season over with Kennesaw State.
Freshman All-American. And let me tell you, he's someone who will not get cheated. If he wants to swing, he's going to swing hard and fast, and I've never seen him do anything different.
1 for 4 against the Newport Gulls this summer, but had quite the spring as we talked about that All-American honor. Fouls it back now, a 1-2 count. Comes in with a 170 average. This is his 15th game here this summer. Game number 22 for the Ocean State Waves, a 9-12 record. Here's Garland's 1-2. That's laced into right field. Charging over Smith, and he makes the catch. Had to run over there quickly, but got there in time on the line drive to get that on the webbing of his glove.
Yeah, Spencer Smith showing off the wheels, showing off the speed, and letting Donovan Cash know we only take card here.
That's a good one right there.
Oh, man, it is.
That's not bad.
They got to give credit where credit's due. He is the pun master here in the booth, Mr. Shane Briggs, as Brody Heaton a swing and a miss for strike 1.
It's another guy that doesn't get cheated right here, Brody Heaton. Last game at Newport, hit a ball right on top of the fence. Thought it was a homer, but I guess he set it for a triple.
There's a cut and a miss. No cheating when it comes to Heaton, unless you're dealing with a 26-foot fence that we have here at Cardines. 0-2. Tried holding up his swing, and he did, says first base umpire Sam Finn. It is Sam Finn and Craig Andriozzi on the base paths doing the umpiring, and behind the plate calling the balls and strikes is Anthony Brunetti.
Yeah, Jack Scanlon definitely thought that was strike 3 as he threw it around right there.
It's so easy in the game of baseball to just get ahead of yourself, whether it's, you're a catcher, batter, and whatever the case may be.
Sometimes it's just selling it, You got to sell that strike 3.
Right. Convince the umpire, maybe.
Exactly.
How does it go? Fake it till you make it?
Yep.
Something like that?
Exactly.
Well, Heaton's worked his way back now into a 2-2 count. Here it comes from Garland. Make it a 3-2 count. Elongating this at bat as the 92-mile-per-hour fastball missed up and away. Payoff pitch is down low from ball 4. So from 0-2, Brody Heaton works 4 consecutive balls to earn himself a walk.
Yeah, great at bat there by Brody right there. Found off some tough pitches, seeing some balls that are borderline. Really, really great eye. Led to a beautiful walk. Now we got a runner on base for the Ocean State Waves.
Second base runner of the day, Kyle Maves led off the game with an infield single. As a big cut and a miss from Holderback for strike 1. Newport got out of it, though, with a line drive that turned into a double play from Kyrie Miller, a ball that was just smoked off the bat, but right place, right time for Trent Farquhar. As Holderback fooled by that pitch, way out of the zone, and it's quickly 0-2.
Holderback, actually a Waves family. His brother Alex played for the Waves back and actually was in the minors for a little bit, got drafted by the Seattle Mariners and had a pretty decent career. So Holderback trying to do what his brother did.
Well, he's got some royalty in his family. He's also got some royalty with that number that he wears with an Ocean State jersey. Did he go around that time? Yes, he did. Of course, the NECBL batting champion from last season, number 12 for the Ocean State Waves, Travis Honeyman.
Yeah, Honeyman's killing it in the Cape Cod League right now.
Yes, he is.
Once again, like he did in the NECBL, he's the batting average leader in the Cape Cod League.
How about that? I cannot say I'm surprised. Right in the middle of the order for the South All-Stars right here at Cardines Field last summer.
Yep.
And well-deserved. I mean, this is what the NECBL can do. A guy that didn't see a ton of playing time his first season at Boston College, has a monstrous year in Wakefield, and now is popping off for BC, popping off for the Orleans Firebirds as well in the Cape League. One of his teammates from last summer is Alex Ramirez, and he looks at ball one there outside. A lot of returning faces for Eric Hershey and Bonder's group. As Ramirez shoots it back up the middle. Farquhar over to JKG to second. That's all the Gulls need. Out number 3, and the side is retired. Another quick inning for Miami Jake. To the bottom of the second we go. No score.
The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to voice the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Josh Kuroda-Grauer, Ben Rounds, and Spencer Smith to hit here for the Newport Gulls. No score from Cardines Field between Newport and Ocean State as we begin the bottom of the second inning. And Cam Knox missing on the first pitch fastball outside. Talked about Knox working quickly as there's a chopper over to the shortstop Robertson. Easy throw over to first for out number 1.
Yeah, Creek Robertson loves the flash of leather over there. If he gets a chance to make a great play, he's going to. Great at making the routine plays, even better at making the flashy plays.
Talked about the defensive prowess of this Ocean State middle infield. Both teams have kind of had the opportunity to show it here a lot early.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think much like the Gulls, I think Newport or the Waves, and much like the Gulls probably do the same, our middle infield can, interchange either way. Our third baseman can go play second, short, whatever. We have all our infielders can pretty much interchange and play the positions very well.
Well, for Newport, we've seen Alec Makarevich and Josh Kuroda-Grauer, who are the left side of the infield, both play more typically as outfielders. So it's good when you can have some utility players in your starting 9, as number 9, Ben Rounds, looks at ball 1.
Yeah, and Waves, usually at first base, Drew Holderback's out in left field today, showing he can do it all.
What it can get really interesting is when you maybe have a backup or emergency catcher that you can also stick out in the field, in the outfield, that is, as Rounds a cut and a miss for strike 2. And you kind of see all of that here in the NECBL.
Yeah.
You see something new with every team, but I've learned that nothing should really surprise you that much. 1-2 to Rounds. Swing and a miss, he got him. Went to the off speed, Rounds out ahead of it. And Knox has his first strikeout tonight.
Yeah, beautiful pitch there by Knox. Slider, good spot down in the zone, just froze him.
Looking to go 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the second. Spencer Smith coming up here with 2 down and nobody on.
I like the alliteration, Spencer Smith.
Spencer Smith might have a top 3 walkout song on the walk-up song, on the Gulls.
A little bit of Outcast over the speakers.
Some fun stuff, man. Always gets the crowd going.
That is a packed house here at Cardines Field once again on a great Friday night for baseball. Newport's 4th here this summer.
Where better to spend a Friday night, Zach?
And one of those was right here against the Ocean State Waves in that 12-10 thriller. Newport almost completed a 6-run comeback. As the 0-2 misses down low, it was a 12-6 Ocean State lead. Newport fought its way back, ended up having the tying run at second base when the game came to its conclusion.
Yeah, it's hard, and when the back of the bullpen gets tired and you don't have too many guys left, it's really hard to hold on, especially in summer ball when you're trying to conserve guys and not use them too much, overuse them. So, every game I think that's close or even not close, like you said, the huge comeback. Anything can happen in the NECBL.
As that misses down low, now a full count to Smith. It was a game that had a little bit of everything. Ledbetter going deep for Newport, and Meggers going deep for the Waves. Quite the chaotic game here at Cardines as Smith goes down on strikes. Back-to-back Ks for Cam Knox. That closes the second inning here at Cardines Field, and it's been a pitcher's duel. No score as we head to the third here on the NECBL Network.
All right, Gulls fans, now that everybody's settled in.
The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
Top of the third, a good crowd on hand to witness it here at Cardines Field. No score, just a hit for either side. And it's been a pitcher's duel. We head to the third. Jake Garland back out on the mound for Newport. And he'll face 8-9-1 here for Ocean State. Justin Long, Creek Robertson, and Kyle Maves.
Yeah, Justin Long actually had the opportunity of getting on the bump against the Martha's Vineyard Sharks a couple games ago. Hit 91.
How about that?
Yeah.
Now, is he a pitcher in college, or was that just Just had that cooking in the
recruited as a two-way. Never had the chance to pitch at school, but it's always in the back of his head.
Wow. Again, you never know what you're going to get in the NECBL. My point stands.
Sounds like me back in my Little League days.
Nice snag there from Amac, and he got the out at first. Well, Alec Makarevich, a versatile defender, playing at third tonight, and makes the nice play across the diamond for out number 1.
Yeah, that's a smart play right there, cutting off the shortstop. You know, third baseman coming in has a way better route than a shortstop coming directly in. So going across is the smarter play, and he showed it right there.
Had some momentum on his throw there to first. Beat long by plenty. It brings in a guy that hasn't maybe had the season he's wanted offensively, but had a huge showing for the Ocean State Waves last time they were here in Cardines. Creek Robertson. Foul tips the first pitch into the mitt for strike 1.
Yeah, you can put him anywhere on the infield. You just need that bat to get going a little bit more, and I have confidence he will.
Was a 2-hit night for Robertson in that 9-hole for Ocean State. Got a lot of help out of that bottom half of the lineup. That was really the difference in that game.
Yeah, that's exactly what the Waves need to happen for the rest of the season. The games they've been losing have been because that bottom of the lineup stays quiet. When you get a little bit of production, even if it's just 2 hits from your non-hole guy, it goes a really long way.
4 hits from its 8 and 9 hitters, 5 hits from 7, 8, and 9. Creek Robertson with 2 of them. He had a double and a single, also reached on a walk. And Max Johnson, the shortstop above him, also had a great game with a pair of singles as well.
Yeah, Max Johnson and Creek Robertson are probably the two best friends on the team. It's really fun to see the 2 middle infielders go at it with each other.
There's a big cut and a miss for Robertson. He'll play his ball over at Southern Miss next season. And swings and misses at the 2-2. Ring him up for strike 3. Jake Garland with K number 3 here tonight, all swinging. And there's now 2 away.
As Robertson finds himself up creek without a hit, his first at bat tonight.
I honestly, I knew that one was coming. I could sense it. Creek Robertson, you talk about some of the best names in the NECBL, he's got to be in the conversation.
Well, I mean, his last time here, he didn't give me a chance to use it. He was on fire his last trip out to Cardines. So I had to get it in, work it in early tonight to make sure I got a chance with it.
Garland has now retired the last 4. Only 2 have reached for Ocean State. Kyle Mayhews, who steps into the dish right now, he reached on a single that started this game. And then Brody Heaton reached on a walk in the second. Garland looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the night and fires ball 1.
Yeah, we see Maves show bunt there with the third baseman playing back. With his speed, he can absolutely do it. Bunt for a base hit is something he's used to.
That shot back up the middle. JKG charging in fields and on to first in time. Couple of nice plays from the left side of Newport's in field. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Jake Garland. Still no score here at Cardines as we go to the bottom of the 3rd.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
9-1-2 for the Newport Gulls, looking to break this scoreless tie. It is Jack Scanlon, Trent Farquhar, and Alec Makarevich. That'll come up to hit Cam Knox here in the third. As Scanlon, the Oregon Duck, watches that pitch tail just a bit inside for ball one.
Another Oregon Duck on the waves. Another catcher from Oregon, actually, Chase Meggers, who we saw play here last time. Him and Scanlon, they should have a healthy rivalry when they go back at school.
A couple of guys with some impressive power. Meggers crushing a home run to that right field net here at Cardines Field, and Scanlon can show it in flashes. That's what he's done at school in Eugene. Still looking to find comfort offensively with the Newport Gulls. Just one hit so far this summer, but certainly capable, and a great glove behind the plate as well. As that's popped up, shallow into the outfield, three waves converging, and with a slide, Kyrie Miller makes the catch. What a play by the center fielder for the first out.
Yeah, and you can see Alex Ramirez smiling, laughing, and just happy he didn't run into him. Great play by Kyrie there. You know, with the triangle right there, it's always a scary play, but the waves seem to make it work.
That is a fine play. We've already seen a defensive clinic to get this game started. And a real web gem for out number one here in the bottom of the third. Top of the order for Newport, and second baseman Trent Farquhar.
All hail.
Lord Farquhar, as he's been coined. And we talked to him, of course, Shane, you love calling him Lord Farquhar, but says he gets that all the time at school up in East Lansing. A Michigan State Spartan, and what a season he had. Did not sit a game for MSU. He's only sat once for the Gulls.
It's a gamer.
Yes, he is. As there's a shot, but right over to the first baseman, Heaton, and he takes it to the bag himself.
Yeah, actually, Heaton, a Gold Glove finalist at first base this year for D1 baseball. So we got two National Gold Glovers, or Gold Glover finalists, and Brody Heaton and Drew Holderback. So just speaking to the amount of defense that is presented on this field on both teams today.
Well, Cam Knox has been in a groove here. He has retired on the last 7 goals in a row, and Makarevich looking to change that.
You know, if I'm a goals player right here, I'm seeing every single pitch. So the first pitch has been a fastball. You got to sit dead red, and I think that's what they're doing. You see a lot of foul balls in this first pitch. If I'm Cam Knox, I need to mix in a slider first pitch every once in a while.
It's shot in the air into foul territory, not a whole lot of room. And now a miscommunication. The ball's going to fall. 3 different waves converging on it, and well, it looked like Robertson and Holderback both losing their footing out in left field. No wave could get to it, and Makarevich reaches here with 2 outs.
Yeah, Holderback a little bit with inexperience in the outfield. Normally, I would say that's the shortstop's ball, and you can see Creek just overran it, maybe thinking Holderback's there. But once again, there's that triangle of death.
Bermuda Triangle, as I like to call it. Amac is on for the second time tonight, and it puts a duck on the pond for Colton Ledbetter. He's got the lone, or rather one of, is the lone Newport hit so far tonight. It was a rocket at 105 miles an hour off of the right field wall.
Yeah, very, very impressive.
5 home runs on the season, leading this Newport squad, and 19 RBIs to go with it. Treated with a breaking ball that time from Knox for strike number 2.
Yeah, if I'm Cam Knox here, I'm just repeating that again and again and just making that breaking ball go lower and lower. I'm not giving Colton Ledbetter anything heater at all. Any speed, stay away. We'll crush it.
Makarevich a dive back into first, and with that miscommunication, it kind of fell without really hitting a Waves glove, so it'll likely go down as a hit, and if that is the case, it is now an 11-game hitting streak for Alec Makarevich to open up his time with the Newport Gulls.
Every game in a Gulls uniform.
As that shot high and deep into right field, and that baby is on a one-way ticket out of here. Colton Ledbetter, he's done it again. For the 6th time this summer, he says adios. And the Gulls get it started. It's 2-0. Wow. Unbelievable.
Yeah, that one was speed of 99 off the bat, 90 coming in. I said if I'm Cam Knox, don't throw him anything heater, and that's exactly what Cam Knox did. And unfortunately for him, but pleasantly for Colton Ledbetter, he took that thing well over the fence, projected distance of 325.
Just an absolute treat to watch is Colton Ledbetter.
Boy, does he love hitting here at Cardines Field. Had a stretch of 3 home games in a row with a home run. Back at it again as Kula Singham with a drive. Gobbled up by Ramirez. And a fine play closes out the 3rd inning. Colton Ledbetter. Sixth home run of the season. You better believe it.
Treating us to some fireworks before the 4th of July.
Yes, he is. 4th of July weekend here at Cardines Field. And it's the Gulls with a 2-0 lead as we go to the 4th inning.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews.
And welcome back to Cardines Field. Ben Bellotti taking over for play-by-play. We got Jake Studley, Kyrie Miller, and Donovan Cash for the Waves. As Jake Garland delivers a pitch, nice slider, and Jake Studley swings right over the top of it. Garland been doing very well this first 3 innings, and it looks like he's going to cruise to a couple more.
Yeah, this is what he did against the Sanford Mainers. I think the name of the game is really just efficiency. If he can get through innings, maybe 10 to 15 pitches, this is a guy that was at about the 65 pitch mark by like the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's a lot of pitches right there. As Studley grounds at third base, the first baseman makes the throw, and it's going to be an easy play over there for, what do you call him, AMAC?
Yes, sir.
Like
it's a little easier. You know, he's got the last name Makarevich. It is not quite spelled how it looks. And, well, he got here before Newport had to go to Fraser Field to play the North Shore Navigators, and I had to go to the primary source. I was like, how do you pronounce it? Because it certainly is tough, but he's been a welcomed addition to this team. I mean, 11-game hitting streak now.
Yeah, and great defensive plays at third base so far as Kyrie Miller steps in. And we got the pitch from Garland. Kyrie swinging first pitch. It's a similar theme we have here with both teams, the Gulls and the Waves, swinging first pitch fastball.
Yeah, attacking the count early, and there's a reason that he's hitting in that 3 spot for Ocean State. Really is one of the more talented hitters in this lineup after having a great season over at Winthrop.
Yeah, and at Winthrop, I think about 8 of his home runs came in the last month. 6 or 8 of the home runs came in the last month of play, so he likes to heat up late as he fouls that one off. What I'm really surprised with Garland is at school he pitched over 65 innings. So normally when you see guys like that, they're not really going to pitch in summer ball for an extended period of time, but he's been extending and extending. It's something you really like to see out of a pitcher.
I think that's one thing that Newport has elected to do. At least they'll look for guys that really seasoned in the year past. Newport closed out that win against Winnipesaukee with Josh Gross from East Carolina. He pitched in 25 games for the Pirates this year.
As Kyrie falls another one back, a slider that he didn't want anything to do with. Just knocks it right out of play.
And if those are the kind of guys that you can bring in from a recruiting standpoint, I think it it puts you in a really good spot from talent-wise.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because, you know, pitching, I always say, and I think most people agree, pitching wins championships, and the thing that helps even more than that is experienced pitching and just experienced players overall. As Garland, his windup delivers, and Kyrie's going to look at a ball 3.
Yeah,
ball 2, excuse me.
Hit it real hard in his first time up, and just kind of unfortunate. You got to hit it where they ain't, and Trent Farquhar was right there to catch the liner and turn it into a double play.
Yeah, it's like you said, the one downfall with stealing so many bases is you never know if you're going to get doubled up. As a swing and a miss from Kyrie Miller, that's out of the hand of Garland at 90 miles per hour, and he's just racking up the Ks here early. Once again, another swinging strikeout.
Yeah, that's been the theme here for Jake Garland, getting those swinging Ks and that fastball high in the zone that looks so tasty as a hitter, but at the same time, not the easiest pitch to make contact with.
Yeah, striking out 4 out of the 12 batters faced so far. And it's going to start out with a first pitch ball to Donovan Cash. Like I said, Donovan Cash does not get cheated. I like to call him Donnie Baseball. When I asked him if it's okay to call him that, he said, call me whatever you want. I just hit.
You got to respect that. You know, he's got a job to do. We've got a job to do. And, you know, game respect game, I guess, right?
Yeah, I said Donnie, Donovan. What do you want? He said, I really don't care. He's all about baseball. As he takes a slider right down the middle, it looks like. So the count's 2-1 now in Donovan Cash. Pretty good hitters count for him as the pitch delivers. He's going to swing and miss. Fastball 89. Garland's not using his full potential. You know, he's been skinning him up to 92. He's been sitting 89 consistently. And just seems like these guys still can't catch up to it.
And what I love is, I mean, Cash stepped out of the box to call time right there. That entire time that he was loosening up, getting ready to step back in, Garland is just locked in, ready to go with the next pitch.
Yeah, it's all about that tempo right there. A drop third strike, the catcher, the throw, it might be close, and he's going to be safe. All right, so a pass ball by the catcher, drop third strike turns into, you know, increase on base percentage for Donovan Cash. But yet another strikeout for Jake Garland.
Yeah, Garland's been fantastic. That's kind of just a tough break because I think you would almost rather have it carom hard behind you here at Cardines. That one really just barely snuck through the wickets for Jack Scanlon, and Cash took advantage right there.
Yeah, you know, you've seen more games here than I have, but, you know, Cardines is not a big backstop. I wouldn't expect to see that too often.
Right. I think if it's a little faster, maybe you get a little bit of a carom, and Scanlon's got a gun. He made that a closer play than I was really expecting.
Absolutely.
But still not quite enough time.
All right, so now here's Brody Heaton up to bat for the Waves and Donovan Cash on first. 2 guys that don't exactly show off the speed in the Waves lineup, but 2 guys also that can put one over the fence. And if I'm Brody Heaton, first of all, I'm just looking to put it in play, but I'm thinking small homer, as they say. Small homer.
Oh, he was real close to getting one last time he was here.
That's right. And I think that's, you know, I talked to him before the game. I said, hey, man, if you connect, I think this time it's going to go out. So we'll see. Garland, and from the stretch, delivers to Heaton, swing and a miss. Another fastball, 89. And what's crazy about his fastball is the spin rate for his fastball is about 2,200 RPMs. That's what most sliders are at. You know, 22 to 25 is a slider range. So if you can get your fastball to spin, it's going to get a lot of vertical look. It looks like it's moving 9 inches according to TrackMan, and that's basically just an invisible ball if you're a hitter.
Hey, he's got a really nice arsenal, does Garland, and I think that's probably the only way you can survive if you're pitching 65 innings. You know, hitters can figure you out unless you're unpredictable.
Exactly. And the pitch, a swing and a miss. So the count moves to 3-2 on Heaton. He's going to look to protect here, get on base any way possible. Another big swing from Heaton, like I said, does not get cheated. As you said, no cheating on Heaton.
That's right.
And here's the pitch. Foul ball. Eric Hirschbein-Bodner makes a nice play off the wall.
There you go. Guns it back to the dugout, too.
It's something you like to see, you know. I always tell him, H-Bod, you got to make the play. And sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. But he's getting better at it. So
now, as a coach, do you think he's looking forward to having a ball hit to him where he could field and throw it over, or does he not want one that's shot over his way?
I think every coach is different. Some guys don't want any of the spotlight, and others do. But, you know, anytime you get a chance to make a nice play, if you played baseball, you got to show it off. As the runner goes, and that's hit down in the field, and Donovan Cash is going to round second, and the bobble, and here's the throws, and is going to be out safe, I think. The tag missed him.
Wow, that is real gutsy from Cash. Just a split second with rounds just, I mean, he misplayed it rather, not by a whole lot though. He gathered it quickly, a really risky decision by Donovan Cash, but he trusts his ability to hustle over to third, and that throw, Makarevich was really close to getting the tag on him before Cash stepped on the bag, but that's a good call by the third base umpire as that tag just missed him. Yeah,
Benson Rounds bobbled it for a second, and Donovan Cash took off. With his speed, I'm surprised he's in there, but aggressive base running pays off. You know, anytime you got runners in motion, you just got to make something happen, and it's really hard to get, a lot of throws in order to get a guy out. As Drew Holderback steps in, and then the count's going to be 0-2 on him now.
And in baseball, it's really just all about what can you do with the opportunities that you're given. Newport had a chance to get out of this inning. That drop third strike, keeping it alive.
Holderback swings and misses, and Garland is going to get out of the inning without a run, and we are going into 2-0 goals. Garland is still on fire.
The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to voice the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere.
And we're back here, bottom of the 4th at Cardines as the Gulls lead the Waves 2-0. And Cam Knox still on the bump for the Waves, so looking to make it his longest outing if he complete this inning. And first pitch is going to be a fastball ball. So sticking with that first pitch fastball mentality. And here's another pitch. The ball is put in play. Holderback is going to have to go back on it, and he's camped under it to make the catch for out number 1. Holderback looked a little shaky going back on that, not used to pop flies in the outfield, but, makes it work and camps under it with enough time. Nice play, Drew Holderback.
Yeah, it looked like he kind of just sat on it and then saw that ball just kind of continue to carry and carry and carry. And that's kind of a tough part here at Cardines Field to hit one out. Martinez has gotten a hold of some, still looking for that first long ball.
So here's Joshua Kuroda grounder, who hits one up the middle. Diving Creek Robson, but not going to be a play at first.
Yeah, that's what JKG will do. If it doesn't get to the outfield, it's still a really good piece of contact and just one of the better contact hitters you're going to find in the entire NECBL. That is his 23rd hit here with the Gulls this summer.
23, that's a lot for a short amount of time right now.
Yes, it is. That's just his 20th game. That's more than one a game.
That's impressive right there. So number 9, Benson Rounds steps to the plate for the Gulls as Croy Grouder takes a lead off first. Cam Knox attempts at a pickoff, but Croy Grouder's in there easily. Just making sure you're still awake over there move by Cam Knox. Nothing special right there.
And it's a little bit warranted. JKG, one of the faster players on this Gulls team, was actually brought in as a pinch runner last night against the Muskrats.
Nice. Yeah, speed kills, as they say. Another pickoff attempt, but with a little more intent in that one.
And Newport used the speed to their advantage, setting him in a hit and run. He gets to third, and then Newport took the lead that it would not relinquish on a balk. That's what brought in the 5th run for Newport.
Another pickoff attempt. You know, if I'm Gulls fans, I'm really upset right now. I just don't like pickoff attempts. I really don't.
If I'm Ben Rounds, I'm upset right now.
Yeah, he hasn't even seen a pitch yet. You know, timing's probably completely off.
Right.
Throw to me, man.
But, you know, if he's going to look to attack this first pitch heater if that's what he's getting. So let's see. As Cam Knox sets and actually delivers to the plate this time. First pitch heater, Ben's Round's timing must have been off because he could not catch up to that one. So maybe Cam Knox has a plan out there after all.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say I blame him, especially when you're a righty and you really don't have the opportunity to look over.
Right.
I mean, look at the lead. He's got a lead certainly big enough to go.
Absolutely. And Cam Knox quick to the plate. Nice block by Justin Long right there.
2 stolen bases for JKG this summer, but not sure that's really exactly indicative of what you could see out there with him taking off.
Yeah, the size of that lead right there, it certainly sees like he has an intent to go. We see him a little leaning right there. Another pickoff attempt, and he got him. Nice pickoff by Cam Knox. I don't know about that, but definitely a better move by Cam Knox right there to get Kuroda Crowder. Not sure if he was in there or not, but definitely a little close for as confident as that umpire was.
Wow, you get a look at the replay. It is close, but a real nice job by Heaton. Oh, man, it is. I mean, we're breaking it down frame by frame. Excellent job by our production crew. That is about as close as you can get there.
We're going to have to send that one to New York if we want to overturn it. I can't do that myself. A nice slider for a strike right there by Cam Knox. So the count's going to be 1-2 on Benson Rounds.
Yeah, if at first you don't succeed, try again and again and again and again, and you'll get JKG eventually.
Absolutely. Always stick to the plan. Cam Knox thought he had that one as he fired a fastball down there. Started to walk off the mound, but the home plate umpire says not quite. Benson Round still up 2-2. It's Cam Knox probably going to go with a slider here if I'm him. Bury it a little bit, see if he can get Benson Round to swing over the top. And Knox in the windup, ready to come set, deliver, and Benson Round pops it up to shallow outfield. Here comes Drew Holder back to make the catch. So Cam Knox gets out of it, leaving one runner on base. Gulls still up 2-0. We'll be right back.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr
All right, welcome back to Cardines Field. Gulls still lead 2-0 as we go to the top of the 5th. We got Alex Ramirez, Justin Long, and Creek Robertson for the Waves. looking for that bottom half of the order to capitalize and get on base, as Garland is still on the bump for the Gulls. And Alex Ramirez, Aram as we call him, is going to take a first pitch ball, 1-0.
Yeah, you got Aram, you got a Mac on the Gulls. It's always nice. You know, you feel like you really know a player a little bit better when you got a good nickname.
Absolutely. A broken bat grounded to the second baseman. Alex actually ran down the line with the bat in his hands, but that's just something that caught my eye right there. But easy play for the second baseman, Farquhar, and we're going to have one out here in the top of the fifth.
Now, I don't know about you, Ben, but that kind of made a really interesting sound when it broke. Usually you can kind of you kind of can recognize a broken bat sound. That had a little bit of a ping to it.
Yeah.
And, I think really the core of that bat got smacked. That was not just your typical bat breaking. That bat really got shattered.
That wasn't getting fisted in the hands and having a little piece of the bat fly off. That was barrel, just bat explodes. Alex Ramirez running down the first with a weapon in his hand right there, too.
Yeah.
So here's Justin Long. Fouled off the first pitch he saw, so we got 0-1 on him. Long's a guy that's, he's not going to put the ball over the fence too often, but he's got a little bit of power, but really just likes to look the opposite way and put the ball in play whenever he can, as he calls time.
Now, Garland's ready to go. I mean, you could just see he was ready to kick his foot back, and probably not the biggest fan of seeing Anthony Bernotti at home plate put his hands up.
No, definitely not. And, Long, a catcher, knowing that might frustrate Garland, so he's going to use that to his advantage as he takes a strike on the outer half of the plate.
With the delivery immediately as soon as he's given that green light, and he's ready to go again.
Yeah, Parker Bard, the Waves closer, is similar exact way. You call time, he's not going to leave the bump. He's going to stand there just like that, just like Garland. Similar pitch. Nice frame by the catcher, but it's going to be a no-go. So count moves to 1-2 on Justin Long. Garland's still ready to go. I don't think he stepped off. Fouled straight back. Nice slider by Garland. Long doing a great job to fight that off.
I mean, each pitcher has their methods. Some guys work with a slower pace, and some guys like Jake, by the time I'm done with the sentence, is going to be ready to kick that foot up and go.
Absolutely. I was hoping for perfect timing right there.
That would have been great, right?
He's taking his time a little bit more this time. So the pitch to Long, and he's going to line that into right field, and he's going to have a base hit. So, doing a great job to fight off that slider is Justin Long, and Waves are going to have a base runner here with one out.
Yeah, break's kind of a tough stretch for him to start the year, just 2 for 34, but you'll take it. You'll take it any way you can get it. And,
absolutely.
I mean, trying to work your way back into the game here, you really just need one guy on. It's a 2-run game.
Absolutely, exactly. So now here's Creek Robertson looking to do what he did last time here at Cardines Field with a little magic. And the Waves dugout is hoping he does the same. Justin Long, not a threat to steal at first base, as we see. Pretty tiny lead over there.
Won't be any Parker Bard treatment around again?
No. Oh, and that ball is going to corkscrew fair. And Scanlon gathers and makes the play to first. That's something you don't see every day. Normally, if he corkscrews, it's going to go the other way foul. That one decided to come right back and play. Foul, then fair.
Definitely not something you see every day. That ball looked like it was just going to sit kind of like right next to the lefty's batter's box, and it just had some nasty kind of spin to it. And then Creek Robertson's like, all right, I got to get down to first base.
Yeah, if he was running on contact, he probably would have been there, but that ball, like you said, looked like it was going to stick. Not much you can do there if you're Creek Robertson. You think that ball's foul all the way.
Right.
So here's Kyle Maves back to the top of the lineup. Did move the runner over to second base, so Justin Long will now be on second. Guy there for Maves. Duck on the pond, as we like to say. Third baseman playing in, so Maves won't look to bunt here. Takes a first pitch strike. Maves a player that likes to hit the ball on the ground a lot and uses speed to his advantage. We saw that first 2 at-bats here. Worked out the first time, not so much the second, as he takes a ball outside. Count's going to be 1-1 now. So Garland much slower out of the set, Not as quick tempo, but still pretty quick and ready to go. As a nice, really nice slider right there. Gets Maves to swing over the top at a slider in the dirt. It's going to be 1-2 on Kyle Maves. Good two-strike hitter.
Yeah, and he's put contact on the ball pretty well a couple times, that single in the first, and then he was retired last time in the third, but it took a really good play from Josh Kuroda-Grauer to keep Maves from starting 2 for 2.
Absolutely. So one thing you got to be careful here, if I'm Justin Long at second, with Maves' speed, you can't be going on first contact if it's hidden to the left side because they're probably going to have a better shot of you if you go than Kyle Maves running down to first base. And Garland looking like Justin Long might be getting a head start there, making sure he doesn't, as he does a little daylight play.
Now with 2 strikes and 2 outs, you could send him on a swing here.
Absolutely. And it's going to be a swing and miss as Garland gets another K. We head to the bottom of the 5th now. Gulls still up 2-0. Waves lead 1 guy on second base.
First time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England.
Welcome back now as the Gulls are still up 2-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. Got some nice old ballpark music carrying us in here.
Yeah, it's a gorgeous night. You get a look at the city of Newport behind Cardines Field. We are right in the middle of it all, right in downtown Newport at historic Cardines Field, and plenty of Newport here to watch a great baseball game.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's going to be Smith, Scanlon, and Farquhar for the Gulls. Cam Knox still on the bump, so officially his longest Waves outing as a first pitch foul there. Cam Knox's line so far is 4 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs, and 1 walk and 2 strikeouts. As the second pitch here. Looked good, but going to be a ball, so we got 1-1.
Ben, how are things out in Wakefield this time of year?
Pretty similar to Newport, you know. As that one's fouled, looks like it might stay in play. Creek Robertson charging after it, and it's going to be Drew Holderback that makes the catch. And is it drop? Umpire's pointing like it's out of play. But I think that's going to be a first out here as Drew Holderback makes the catch. Not sure what the umpire was signaling there.
Got a look here at the replay. That's a great catch by Holderback. Now, the interesting question, yeah, it is going to be an out. Of course, where it gets a little tough is right when you get to the bullpen, it becomes a dead ball at some point. Now, I don't know exactly where that ball came in relative to where you're not allowed to run as an outfielder.
I'm not
but there was
sure.
enough space there for Holderback to make the play.
Not sure what third base umpire was signaling right there. Looked like, as he was saying, if it was out of play.
It was kind of tough to tell.
Didn't get an initial out call,
Right.
so, but definitely looked like a catch to me. So
Furthering the mystique of Cardines Field and all of the
yeah.
beautiful ways that this ballpark is laid out.
You can see there a little bit on that last camera shot we had is where a dead ball is, as there's Scanlon's hit on the foot.
Yeah. So Scanlon takes first, and here comes number 4, Trent Farquhar.
So you can see right there where the left field line is, and then a couple feet over, it actually becomes where it converges a couple inches over, is, I guess, where you cannot run if you're a left fielder or a third baseman.
Yeah, down in Wakefield, right at Old Mountain, we have a similar situation down right field. Ours is just way farther in foul territory. Not as close confines here as it is in Cardines Field.
Yeah, not a lot of real estate. Right field line, left field line, a little bit more on the right side, but it really gets tough down in left field.
And that's going to hit second batter in a row for Cam Knox. So Trent Farquhar gets first, Jack Scanlon to second, and Justin Long is going to take a mound visit now with Cameron.
Yeah, maybe starting to show a little bit of that fatigue, Ben. You mentioned at the top of this inning how it's the longest outing he's had all year. And so maybe, stamina is the name of the game. Baseball's a war of attrition, and it can be tough when you're maybe entering uncharted waters.
Absolutely. At school, his longest outing was 7 2/3.
Okay.
But that was it was towards the end of the year, but only happened once. Pitched 6 innings twice, so he's done it before, but beginning of the year exclusively max 3 innings guy, so right in the middle ground is where he's comfortable. So like you said, probably tiring right here. Here's the first pitch. That one's going to be popped up in play. Alex Ramirez towards it. Back on the outfield grass. Ooh, little reach over the shoulder for that one, but it's going to be out number 2.
I had to bend it back like 1-3 there a little bit. Make that catch.
Woo!
He makes it look easy. Ramirez has an excellent glove, but kind of had to backpedal there, and then last minute just says, I'll take that, thank you very much.
Yeah, with a little 1-2 step right after that, as number 10, Colton Ledbetter, steps up. Keep mentioning it, but hit a 105-mile-per-hour line drive at the wall his first at-bat.
That's the kind of pull. You're not going to see a lot of guys in the NECBL with not just power, but especially the pull power.
And you know what's crazy is the home run doesn't go 105 miles per hour. As that one's popped up. Going to be in play here. Creek Roberts emerging, and he's going to make the catch. Another little scary triangle situation down on that left field side of the field. But we get 3 outs here. Going into the top of the 6th, goals up 2-0. Waves are looking here to capitalize.
The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to voice the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
Welcome back to Cardines Field. We got the top of the sixth, excuse me. We got Jake Studley, Kyrie Miller, and then Donovan Cash for the Waves. Garland still on the mound for the Gulls as they lead 2-0, going out for a sixth inning of work. Looking to match that with 7 1/3 high for him. And first pitch is going to be fouled back by Jake Studley. 87 there by Garland, so maybe tiring a little bit, but still pretty consistent with his average.
He's got to stay efficient, I think, if he wants to stay out there. That's what he did against Sanford. I think that's why he's so locked in right now, just trying to keep that the case.
Absolutely. And there's a fastball yanked right in the dirt, so Jake Studley's going to have an even count up there, 1-1.
Yeah, now 74 pitches for Garland, so if I had to guess, you're probably looking at the last inning here.
Yeah. Another one bounced right there, and I think he's just pitch by pitch working closer and closer to the last pitch he's going to throw here. But yeah, 74, 75 now, pretty decent pitch count for 6 innings, but in summer ball, most have a limit of probably max 80, but most look to stay around the 75 mark. And that one's reached out to the shortstop, Kuroda Grouder, on to first. Nice play to get him fired across the infield. And Jake Sully's going to be out, and Kyrie Miller's going to step on up.
It's so casual for number 7. That one kind of just popped into his glove, a little bit of a snow cone there, but he held it in. And I mean, it really is remarkable because I look at JKG and AMAC, and we've seen him play more in the outfield, and here they are as the left side of the infield for the Gulls.
Played it perfectly, waited for the hop, so had a little less time to throw it, but with that arm strength, that outfield arm strength, and no chance for Jake Studley at first, as Kyrie Miller takes a strike right down the middle. If I'm Miller here, I'm thinking, great time for a homer. He might be thinking it too, as he swings and misses at that one. I'm not sure. Are you familiar with the homer card that the guys do in the dugout?
Well, as a guy who's a fan of going yard, I'd say any time is a good time to go long ball.
So the homer card, if I call my homer card,
yes,
and I tell you, so I go, Zach, I'm calling my homer card. If Kyrie hits a homer right here, you have to buy me a steak dinner.
Wow.
Really?
How about that?
And what happens if you're wrong?
I just lose the homer card. There might be a
that
punishment.
seems like kind of a win no lose situation for Ben Bellotti, if you ask me.
I think it goes either way.
Okay.
I think I have to buy you one if I miss it.
Okay.
But you only get one homer card a game.
All right.
So I'm not going to pull it here. But I just thought it would be an interesting time to bring it up.
That is an interesting game. I like that.
I think the best bet would be the middle part of this order, whether it's Miller, Cash, or Heaton.
Yeah. So strikeout there by Kyrie Miller. Looked like a slider. It was a slider, 80 miles an hour. So 2 quick outs here by Garland. Looks like he might get through the 6th here, but Donovan Cash wants to have something else to say.
If I were a betting man, I would take out a second mortgage and put it on Brody Heaton. That looks like a man that can go yard.
Oh, yeah. Him and Donovan got big-time power. Brody's definitely someone who's a strikeout or home run tendency. Donovan Cash, a little more hit it around the field, but will definitely take a homer when he can. Hit one 360 at Old Mountain. And going to be 2-0 on Donovan Cash here. So good hitters count for him. Definitely not a stranger to swinging 2-0 is Donovan Cash. That one 90 from Garland. So ramping it up, maybe to get his last guy here. It's going to be 3-0. Most likely taking all the way right here will be Donovan Cash, and here's the pitch. And he is taking all the way. Little high, but umpire says strike, so 3-1 Donovan Cash. Looking to cash in right here. There's a pun for you. And he did go. Donovan didn't think so, walking down the line. He's going to have to get back in the box. So we got 3-2, 2 outs here. Garland to make it a 1-2-3 inning. Donovan Cash looking to put something in play, get on base. And he's going to put it in play, foul. So count remains 3-2. Freshman All-American can play first base or third base, but in the DH role tonight. As Garland pitches, and going to be a slider, swing and miss, Donovan Cash. So a 1-2-3 inning for Garland, adding to that swinging strikeout total and strikeout total. 2-0 goals going into the top of the 7th.
The law firm of Haller & Sage is proud to partner with the Newport Gulls for a season-long and, dare I say, epic battle for the Haller & Sage Cup. The Newport Gulls, the Mystic Schooners, the Bristol Blues, the Danbury Westerners, and the Valley Blue Sox are all in contention for the title. Haller & Sage is proud to support the NECBL teams and the Aquidneck Island community. We wish the players a successful, competitive, healthy, enjoyable season. And to the fans, enjoy the game. Play ball.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
Welcome back to a packed field here at Cardines. 2-0 goals here in the bottom of the 6th. We got Colasingham, Martinez, and Kuroda Grouter here for the goals. Cam Knox back out for another inning of work. He's going to throw a first pitch ball. So Cam Knox by far now making his longest appearance of the summer.
Yeah, he's out for another. That's a lot of trust being given by H-Bot.
Yeah, you know, well, after there's a ground ball up the middle, Alex Ramirez makes a nice play. Nice running play. It makes a throw to Brody Eaton, and that's going to be out. Nice play, Alex Ramirez showing the range off right there.
Wow. I thought that was through.
Again, it's this middle infield. Might have been helped a little bit by that hit in the lip of the mound. It kind of just gave him the split second that he needed to cover ground because he's a speedster running across that middle infield, getting to that ball, and once it's in the webbing of his glove, I think he's pretty confident he can make the play.
Yeah, absolutely. Back to what I'm saying, Cam Knox, you know, after a game last night where we really had to use the bullpen, Coach Eric Hirschbein-Bonner looking to maybe not use as much as that ball's hit deep. Kyrie Miller at the fence, camped under it, makes the catch. Got a little excited, thought that one might have been out of here.
Yeah, 333 feet, just kind of hit it to the wrong spot. If you remember, that's longer than Ledbetter's home run. So it's all about, at Cardines Field with these weird dimensions, where do you hit it? And unfortunately, maybe the deepest part of the Cardines Park, of the Cardines Field dimensions, you're talking about close around the 360 range right there for Martinez.
Yeah, tough luck there for Martinez. Really tattooed that baseball. So here's JKG, as you call him, Joshua Kuroda Grouter. Not a stranger to the full name as he takes a strike. And
I did ask him opening day. I was like, can I call you JKG? Is that? And he's like, of course. That's my nickname. It's been my nickname my whole life.
Love that. JKG. And JKG puts one up the 5-6 hole, and he's going to have a base hit.
Yeah, just really good barrel on the baseball right there. Almost identical to the hit that he had his last time up. That came in the 4th. I think he's hoping for a little more luck on the base pass this time. Maybe you won't see as quite a big a lead as He gets helped out by tonight's Newport Gulls first base coach, and it's actually Daniel Blair. And that not the only change here tonight. Newport is going to the bench here for Ben Rounds.
Yes, we got number 19, Colton Freeman, coming on. Colton from Dartmouth College, going to be a junior there, and he resides in Laguna Beach, California. Looking to make something happen here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, it's been real great for Newport since coming back from what was a tough injury that kind of sidelined him for the first 15 games. And
Cam Knox throwing over once again.
He's I don't think he's best friends right now with JKG. And it's been a kind of a battle between those two. Last time he's been on the base paths.
Yeah, I think I saw Matthew Rowe, Waves pitcher, in the dugout. Also a Rutgers University player, so probably telling him he's got some speed and doesn't like the pickoffs.
Deja vu, anybody?
He's got that lead again. It's maybe not quite as big this time.
And Knox looks in, gets his pitch, and he's ready to fire. A little high in the zone. It's going to touch the top of the zone for a strike, so we got 1-1 now here on Freeman.
Yeah, Freeman, a guy who, I talked about his injury, has really stepped in and performed since coming in. Couple of hits last night against Winnipesaukee, a hit in his first start here at Cardines back on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, hitting 300 on the year so far with 3 hits. Nice, easy 3 for 10. Don't hate that.
He can really square up the ball, too. A lot of these are on the ground, but they're shots on the ground. They really hit hard for any fielder to manage.
As we just missed another pickoff from Cam Knox. Here's a pitch. Going to be high. So we got 2-1. My best bet's on a pickoff here.
Yeah, Ben, I was going to say, don't fret. I'm sure it won't be the last one you see tonight.
Averaging about 1 or 2 in between each pitch with JKG.
And Colton Freeman, a good baseball player, but a better guy. A guy I can't say enough good things about. Every time we're around the field, he's just a treat to be around.
What was his Instagram?
Oh, boy. Vibe Check Analytics
is
his self-proclaimed profession.
Come on. That's just so great.
And I can't call it anything but the truth.
Nothing you hate to hear at all. Always something good when they got a cool Instagram name, as he takes a big hack. So 3-2. Swing and miss on the fastball. 87 from Cam Knox.
Man, I've never seen him without a smile either.
Right.
He's always having fun.
And we actually had him up here in the booth back when he could not play because he was injured. He came up to me and said, I'd love to join you for a half inning, and we did it. He's got just a fantastic personality.
The players are always looking to have some fun, and there goes JKG on the 3-2 count. It's going to be hit up the middle by Freeman. Runner round second, heads to third in there easy as we got an errant throw. JKG moves off third base, but no go. So we got first and third with 2 outs now.
Again, I've yet to see a ball off of Colton Freeman's bat that is not on a rocket ship. It doesn't maybe have the elevation, but if you can square a ball like that right back from where it came from, you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah.
And this is a big opportunity here for Spencer Smith in a game where opportunities have not really come too often for these teams.
Yeah, that's just textbook right there. 3-2 count, so runners moving with 2 outs. Hit up the middle, easy third base. The only thing you could wish for is a gap shot with scoring, but you don't really hate that if you're the Newport Gulls. There's a ball delivered from Knox. So we got 1-0 now on the batter, Spencer Smith, wearing number 6 tonight. And pitching coach Will Dawson going to take a mound visit here, talk to Cameron Knox. Dawson, a man of few words, but very effective when he goes out to take his mound visits.
Those coaches used to scare me back in my storied Little League days. There's nothing worse than a mound visit.
Probably saying, listen here, Cam, you got nothing to worry about. First and third may seem scary, but it's really not. Throw some strikes.
Sounds like my Little League coach.
I think it is throwing. It all starts with command, because we talked about it during the roundtable.
Right.
Things can go sideways for any pitcher on any team once you lose command of that zone. So
Absolutely.
If you can keep command, you got to be able to trust your stuff. This is 8-9 in the Newport order.
Yeah, and another thing that Coach Dawson's actually saying more realistically is, we got second base open. You can pitch around Smith if you want to go get Scanlon. So pick your guy, pick which one you're going to go after. As you see a first pitch slider out of the zone, looks like he might be choosing Scanlon to go after
Not afraid to walk Smith right here. So here's the pitch from Knox. Going to be in there. Horton a little outside. Tried with a slider but missed. So we're going to move to 3-0. And definitely not going to give in here. And we got a strike down the middle by Knox. Good fastball. So 3-1. Got to be careful here in a good hitter's count. Freeman with the small lead off first. Don't think he's going to be going anywhere. Pitch by Knox. Swing and a miss. So we got 3-2. Great pitch by Knox right there. 85. I think that was his changeup. One of the first ones he's thrown all game. Good time for it.
That's a big at-bat right here for Newport. A 2-0 lead. You really would love some insurance and just trying to get to a pitcher that could be right here, maybe the last batter he faces.
Yeah, so we got 3-2, 2 outs. So that means the runner on first will be going. And there he goes. Pitch that's popped up. Kyle Maves seems to have it in foul ground. Takes a step back and makes the catch off to the side. So Cam Knox gets out of it. Still 2-0 goals. And now we are going into the top of the seventh.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information.
Welcome back. All good. Welcome back to Guardians Field. I'm going to pass it over to Zach Leston now.
We're having fun. Listen, it's a fun night. It's a great game. It's a great night, as you see on your screen. People watching the game from inside Guardians Field, folks watching it from outside Guardians Field. We have houses that really surround this place, and Newport has given their fans something to smile about. It's a 2-0 goals lead, and the fantastic day for Jake Garland has come to a close. 6 innings, 3 hits, a 0 in the run column. That's the most important stat. 9 Ks on the night. That's to go with just 1 walk. In for Newport is the Michigan Wolverine, Chase Allen. He'll face the heart of the Ocean State Order and Brody Heaton with a ground ball. Kuroda Grauer to first, and 1 pitch and 1 out.
Well, Ben, I guess I owe you a steak.
You didn't say it during the at-bat. It has to be out during the
at-bat.
Oh,
all right, cool. Appreciate that.
Yeah, it's all good.
And, Zach, back to your point about Jake Garland, Miami Jake,
Yep.
as the guys have deemed him, with an absolute vice grip on him on the lineup tonight.
Now facing Drew Holderback, and he fouls the first pitch.
Off his back.
Off his back. Luckily, he's not holding his back in pain.
There you go. Yeah,
Wow.
well, that's a good thing.
Wow, yeah, but I'm keeled over at that one, Zach. Jeez.
Especially with Allen, who features a 90-mile-per-hour fastball. Wouldn't want that hitting your back.
Yeah, mainly featuring that fastball, but has a slide piece and a curveball that he'll go to as well. Fastball sitting around 90 miles per hour. 0-2 the count to Holderback. Looks at ball one.
Yeah, 91 on that one. Also has a change, but only throws it about 8% of the time, so probably won't see that too much. Similar to Cam Knox.
1-2 is downstairs. For a ball is just 3 hits on the scoreboard for this Ocean State team. A little reminiscent of what Newport was able to do back at Old Mountain Field in the first game between these two when Dominic Parachi gave Newport 6 innings of brilliance. And tonight, Jake Garland kind of did the same thing.
And Parachi, a guy I was lucky enough to get to talk to ahead of the game. Earlier this week, he was announced as one of the 9 D3 pitchers of the year. Just such a down-to-earth guy, a guy that hasn't let any of that really get to him. Just showing up every day, doing his job, and happy to be doing it. Just another one of the awesome personalities that we have here on this Gulls roster.
Holderback going to the D3 World Series with Marietta.
Wow. As that ball floated into shallow left field, falls for a base hit. So Holderback has the 4th Waves hit this evening and a 1-out base runner.
Yeah, a little bloop single for Drew Holderback. You know what they say, a bloop and a blast.
Right, and it is a 2-0 game, and all the cards are on the table as Alex Ramirez digs in.
Are you teeing him up to play his card? Is that what I'm hearing?
I'm not. But
we're gonna sit on it.
Wouldn't hate it to see one right here.
That is what happened for Sanford against Jake Garland, who's cruising, a bloop, and then a pitch or two later, a 2-run shot as that's fouled back. Tonight, Miami Jake, Miami Vice, as the guys on the team like to call him. He was great. 6 innings, 9 Ks, 3 hits.
And I believe all swinging strikes, too.
Yeah.
Strikeouts.
And you look at what Parachi did, almost identical, 6 innings, 2 hits, 11 strikeouts out at Old Mountain in Wakefield. 0-1 to Ramirez, drops in for a strike. For Chase Allen, relied upon as one of the better Newport arms out of the bullpen, hails from the University of Michigan and played in 27 games this season with the Big Ten champs. That's downstairs to Ramirez. Now a 1-2 count. He recorded the final out of the Big Ten championship game out in Omaha, and that completed what to many was a surprising run for Michigan. They earned a bid into the NCAA tournament and all the way into the regional final against Louisville. As that skips in the dirt now, make it 1-2 the count.
And so we go slider, curveball, heavy dose of off speed to Alex Ramirez. Doesn't want to give him anything he can drive into the gap. So we got a big gap in right center.
A big one indeed, with a big indent and a light pole in the middle of it. That's what Ramirez is looking to drive it to. As the 2-2 downstairs. Now a full count to the veteran second baseman.
Ramirez shows his little Soto shuffle after the ball taken.
Maybe looking to show his inner Juan Soto right here with a drive. That is another pickoff attempt from Allen over to first.
Let's see if we see 2 more of those.
Not about the average for every pitch, as the battle for Knox and Kuroda Grauer, Newport's base runner, was a lengthy one. He runs on the payoff pitch and have to retreat back to first. Will Holderback. A good at bat here from Ramirez.
Yeah, that pitch was borderline for Ramirez. I see it here on TrackMan. Right there, could go either way, so smart of him to fight that off, but if I'm Holderback, I really want that bag. Good jump.
Question, could he be in motion here again? It is pitch number 7 of the at-bat coming up in this battle between Allen and Ramirez. Fastball, and he skied it in the air. Will there be a play for Scanlon? Underneath it, drops the mask, and oh, it squeaks out of his glove. at the last possible moment. And a little bit of wind here at Cardines. It looked like he had kind of gotten under it, and then if it dips just the slightest amount, that can throw you off, and Scanlon unable to make the play.
Yeah, really, pop-ups to catchers are really tough. That's where you get the most backspin right there.
Right.
So with the combination of the wind and the backspin, it's always a tough play. But I think really it was just a matter of Scanlon not reacting quick enough.
It's a second life here for Alex Ramirez. And he puts it to good use. A base hit into right field. Back-to-back hits here for the Ocean State Waves. They're in business here in the 7th.
Yeah, a little meg of Drew Holderback right there as it goes right in between his legs as he's running.
And that could have been bad. That gets him
out.
on the leg, and that is an out.
Yeah.
He avoids it. And Ramirez has his first base hit of the night. Ocean State, which had just 3 hits through 6 innings, now has 2 in its last 2 batters. And Justin Long take advantage. He has one of the 5 hits himself. Shoots it, shallow into right, sprint. Smith charging in, it's going to fall. Well, the runners had to stay at their bases. Now they move up 90 feet, make it 3 singles in a row for the Waves, and now the bases are loaded.
Yeah, if I'm Creek Robertson, I'm foaming at the mouth of this opportunity right here. Bases loaded, 1 out. All you got to do is not hit it on the ground and basically guaranteed run.
Had a big-time RBI double against the Newport Gulls last time Ocean State was here. Part of a 2-hit night. Is looking to put an 0 for 2 night here behind him, and Newport's going to gather here on the mound.
And as they gather, Creek walks over, talks to Coach H-Ba, just having a little pep talk, telling them just, make something happen.
Well, maybe a little easier said than done. But Robertson for this Ocean State team in what is unequivocally the biggest moment here so far in this game. Just 5 hits all season in 19 games, but 2 at Cardines Field the last time he was here.
It does have 7 walks, so wouldn't hate a walk here, driving a run. That's our RBI.
Just 5 for 47 this summer. Would love a 6th right here and after the mound visit. Newport Gulls pitching coach Dan Gosofsky will chat over with Allen on the mounds.
Yeah, so that right there, that's just, getting the pitcher loose. We're getting another guy loose.
Buying some time for what could be potentially another Newport arm throwing.
There we see.
It is the Vanderbilt Commodore Ryan Ginther getting loose with Parker Haskin. Loose tossing for now. That'll probably turn into more of a formal warm-up as time goes on, but it does appear this is still, for the moment, Allen's game. He's going to stay in here with the bases loaded and 1 out to face the Ocean State 9-hitter Robertson.
Yeah. Smart move there to buy some time. You get the catcher mound visit and the pitching coach visit. So going to burn the pitching coach visit, but not too late. So we get some time for the Commodore and maybe allow Chase Allen to get out of this himself.
Big spot right here for the 9-hitter Robertson. And he looks at strike 1.
And a guy in Robertson who, outside of his previous trip here to Cardines Field, is kind of the guy, as Chase Allen, you want to see in this position.
Not the start to the summer that he wanted, but he's had a couple big moments. There's a chopper back up the middle. Kuroda Grauer's only play is over at first, and he makes it. It's a productive out for Creek Robertson. Ocean State's on the board. An RBI ground out, and now with 2 away in the 7th, it's a 2-1 game.
Yeah, Waves using their speed right there, hitting it on the ground up the middle. Speed enough. Justin Long not the fastest guy, but hustling down there, making sure the play can't be turned at second, and Creek really hustling down the line. So we got runners on 2nd and 3rd.
Everyone moves up a station, and now the potential go-ahead run standing at 2nd. And the tying run over at 3rd for the top of the order in Maves. Looks at strike 1. This is a guy you'd want to have up if you're Ocean State, an all-star last season, and a hit that got the game started tonight for Ocean State.
Yeah, someone Coach Eric Hirschbein-Bonner loves to have at the top of the order.
0-1 pitch, fastball right down the heart. And Allen going right after him, quickly 0-2. 3 straight singles for Ocean State. Matched their hit total from the entire night that started this 7th inning. 1 run across. As that pitch just misses on the outside part. Allen nearly had the inning-ending strikeout. Instead, has to battle here. Long at second, and Ramirez at third. Goals by 1 here in the 7th. As that breaking ball is hit to the Ocean State dugout, rolls back in the infield dirt. And what you would expect here from the Quinnipiac second baseman, putting together a good AB here.
Yeah, he's going to fight it off, not go down. Not go down without a fight.
1 for 3 day. Single here could potentially put Ocean State on top. 1-2 from Allen. Upstairs, and Scanlon able to snag it. Now Deuces have run wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Newport's only offense tonight, a 2-run home run from Colton Ledbetter in the 3rd. Ocean State gets on the board here with an RBI groundout from Robertson, but still looking for more. Broken bat, soft ground ball to Farquhar. He makes the play, and that's the side. So Allen avoids further damage, but Ocean State is on the board on the RBI groundout from Creek Robertson. It is time to stretch here at Cardines Field. Gulls 2, Waves 1 on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
It is 6.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at
rendition of the year. We should all report to the Metropolitan Opera for places in the chorus.
To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews.
Everybody's stretching those legs out. It is a 2-1 Newport lead. The 7th inning stretch, one that Gulls PA announcer Dono Hanley called the best rendition all summer. Just things you love to see. It's 9-1-2 for the Newport Gulls, and they're going to be facing a new Ocean State pitcher, but one they've already seen this season. It's the righty Brooks Eye. He faces a new Newport batter, and coming off the bench replacing Jack Scanlon is Slade Alford. As that skips in the dirt. Talked about Eye has already pitched against Newport this year, and you go from one Fordham arm to another here for the Ocean State Waves.
That's right, yeah. Brookside, fastball slider there. Probably going to sit 90-92, and his slider has been called from Coach Will Dawson a big league slider, as we see it right there.
As Alford disagreeing with that strike 2 call, make it a 1-2 count. In that start against Newport, he was great. 5 innings, two runs, but neither one of them was earned, as Alford fouls that off. Those are the only 2 runs Newport scored all game. It was enough for a 2-1 win. 3 hits that he allowed, 4 strikeouts, and a walk back in his second appearance of the season. That is the only decision he has all summer. He is 0-1 with a 1.35 ERA, 24 Ks to just 3 walks. And got him on the curveball. Nasty pitch from the righty eye. And there's out number 1.
Yeah, beautiful slider right there by Eye right there. 2,500 RPMs. I mean, that's just stuff you don't see too often.
It's a lot of RPMs.
Yeah, a lot of RPMs. And following a 94-mile-per-hour fastball, good luck with that.
As all hail. Zach, who do we have here?
Mr. Trent Farquhar digs in, top of the Newport order. Looking to respond to the Ocean State tally, as there's a clang off of one of the light poles here at Cardines Field.
That one was headed straight for America's Cup Avenue.
Farquhar, well, boy, does he love playing here at Cardines Fields. When you look at home road splits, few will stick out quite like Trent Farquhar's. There's a cut and a miss.
Well, Zach, he's not the only one that enjoys his time here at Cardines Field.
Hitting .536 in 8 home games is Trent Farquhar. That's blooped into left. Charging in is Holderback for out number 2.
A little hesitation there from Holderback. Maybe lost in the lights a little bit, but no problem. Can of corn.
Can of corn indeed. That hung up just enough for the left fielder, and up 2 down here for Brooks Eye. Looking for a 1-2-3 inning and faces Alec Makarevich. There's a ground ball to Ramirez, and the inning is over. In the blink of an eye, Brooks Eye comes in and retires the side 1-2-3. We will keep it here on the NECBL network as Shane Briggs giving us a look around the NECBL tonight and some major scores around the league.
Starting with a couple of final scores, the Mystic Schooners took down the Bristol Blues by a score of 8-3. The Winnipesaukee Muskrats took down the Sanford Mainers, also 8-3. In the bottom of the 6th, out at the Maxfield Sports Complex, the Vermont Mainers lead the Upper Valley Nighthawks by a score of 7-2. In the top of the 8th, at Alumni Field, the Danbury Westerners are leading the Keene Swamp Bats by a score of 6-3. Here at Cardines Field in Newport, the Gulls are leading the Waves 2-1. If you're just joining us. In the bottom of the 5th, out at Vineyard Baseball Park, the North Shore Navigators are up by a score of 4-0 on the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. And rounding out the night, rounding out the NECBL, in the top of the 5th, we have the North Adams Steeple Cats leading the Valley Blue Sox by a score of 5-2 out at Mackenzie Stadium.
Couple of big scores, couple of 4-16 teams leading. The score, if you're a Gulls fan, that you're going to want to keep an eye on is that first one that you mentioned, Shane. North Shore 4, Martha's Vineyard nothing. If the Gulls win, Martha's Vineyard loses. Gulls are back in sole possession of first place in the Coastal Division. Sharks with a 12-8 record. Newport with an 11-8 record. Looking for a 12th win here tonight. A lot of important games around the league, and Newport is going to make a call to the bullpen here as we go to the top half of the 8th. It is who we looked at in the bullpen earlier, the Vanderbilt Commodore, Ryan Ginther. And the lefty makes his second appearance this season, his first coming in a starting role out in Saturday's 8-4 loss to the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Here he is 6 days later. Not quite the start that he wanted in that one, just an inning and a thirds, gave up 5 runs, 3 of them earned. 2 walks to go with 3 strikeouts. Right, coming in here in a big-time spot. Newport, 6 outs needed for a victory. But he'll be tasked with a challenge. 2, 3, and 4 for the Ocean State Waves. It begins with Jake Studley. That fastball nearly comes in and clips and has to scoot out of the way. Now 1-0.
Yeah, good morning. Making sure Studley's paying attention.
90 miles per hour. As Ginther deals. Another cut and a miss. Another pitch at 90.
Big swing by Studley right there.
I'll be trying to tie this game with one swing. Ocean State finally getting on the board in the 7th inning, but still need one more run here to bring us even. As that one is scooped up behind the plate, and when we talked about Newport would have to make a couple defensive changes, or at least one, with Slade Alford coming in as a pinch hitter, and Jake Burley is the new Newport catcher. Tried holding up his swing, and he did not, says Anthony Brunetti. Now a 2-2 count. As I'll say he just got a piece of it. Burley ran over in the case that ball was not foul tipped.
Yeah, it didn't hear a foul right there.
Kind of a close call right there, but, well, Studley stayed at the plate kind of giving you the indication that maybe he did just nick the ball.
Yeah, and you're going to want to sell it too.
Right. Another 2-2. This time, not a shadow of a doubt that he fouls it off and makes its way near the Newport dugout.
Zach, you mentioned Ginther attending Vanderbilt. Have you gentlemen had the chance to check out that campus?
I have not, but
it is absolutely beautiful down there.
Yeah, I've actually been to Belmont University right across the street from Vanderbilt, so I've stared at the baseball facility but not have been in it or in the campus, but beautiful area. Yeah, can't say anything bad about it.
Nashville is just absolutely beautiful.
There's a shot deep into right field. Makarovich with room makes the catch near the wall. Studley gave it a ride, but Cardines held it in, and there's one gone.
And there's also a rabbit right next to him, too. That'd be something if you tripped over that. Now, that would be something you never see.
I love the bunnies. They're always a treat. Every time.
There's Spencer Smith. Yeah, he had to make sure that he wasn't going to run into one out there. And there you get a good.
Yeah, there they are right on the broadcast.
Maybe they're having a meeting saying, what are we going to do for this, AB? If another one gets hit, well, you go that way, I go this way.
I bet you they're having fun with Spencer out there.
We had a cat here at Cardines Field run on the field in 2019.
We had a dog last game run on the field.
Really?
So, yeah.
It's a miracle that the players get out there sometimes, isn't it? Sounds like a zoo out here.
Oh, man. Kyrie Miller looks at strike one.
Yeah, luckily no play was going on right before the pitch started, but Husky ran across home plate.
Really?
Wanted to score a run.
Wow.
Opposing the Mystic Schooners actually got him off the field.
As that's a ball from Ginther. Into Miller. Couple of strikeouts today. Was also on the unlucky end of a line drive double play back in the first. As that shot back near where we're situated here at Cardines Field.
Right up here in the nest. He was coming for us.
Well, the nest protected by a net in front of us. And Miller's going to try again here, 1-2 in this pitcher's duel battle here at Cardines. There's another drive from Miller out of play and onto West Marlborough Street.
Yeah, you got a little off-speed action right there from Ginther. One of the first ones he's thrown. Miller stayed right on it. A little late. Maybe want to gas him up with an inside fastball right here.
Another 1-2. Burley blocks it. And a good at-bat being put together here by the center fielder from Winthrop University. Spent last season there, spent a couple seasons with Spartanburg Methodist College, as did one of Newport's pitchers, Daniel Blair, before he made the move over to the University of Texas.
And then the first base coach.
Right, tonight's first base coach for Newport. And that's in there, strike three, ring him up. He goes down by way of the K for the third time tonight. And 2 up, 2 down for Ginther.
Yeah, Miller knew that one too. Called strike right at the knee, and he's going to walk right out of there.
Make it the very first backwards K a Newport Gulls pitcher has picked up tonight. It is the 10th strikeout by Gulls Arms here on Friday. As Donovan Cash looking to spark something here. 2 down, nobody on for the Waves. Now a 1-1 count. Guy that had a fantastic season with Kennesaw State. Played their way into what was a thrilling, chaotic Hattiesburg Regional. Ended up being won by Southern Miss, of which this Ocean State team has a member of, and Creek Robertson, but on a crazy action between Kennesaw State, LSU, and the host of the regional, Southern Miss.
That's right. A lot of former Waves on Southern Miss.
As there's a drive. Deep in the left, Freeman is back, and that ball is staying in play. High off the wall, he makes the turn for second, and he'll be in there standing up. An absolute missile from Donovan Cash, and he's got a 2-out double.
Yeah, Donnie baseball absolutely ripping that 94 miles per hour off the ball. Thought he had it out of the box with good reason, too, as we're going to have a meeting here. That ball went 367 feet, so.
Colton Freeman, the Newport left fielder, pleading its case. You get another look here by our production crew. Almost assuredly that ball stayed in. Just off of the angle that we're looking at. Of course, it can get a little tough where the tree dips down.
So now are we looking at if it hits the tree or not?
I guess if it did, that could make the decision different. I'm simply saying the ball didn't clear the fence. But if it gets near those leaves, it might be a different story.
I'm pretty sure the ground rules are, heard them once or twice, that if it does hit the tree, it is a home run.
That would be correct. I think, and it was awfully close. It got one of the advertisement signs. It looked like the ad sign had some movement on it. So if that's the case, you would figure it did not get the tree. But boy, it is close. It looks like it may have hit the CAM tree service sign, in which case it would not be high enough for a homer. And like we told you before, Colton Freeman, Newport's left fielder, was, wow, it is really close. Did it get the tree on that arc down?
It's hard to tell, but it looks like the white stays in front of that green. It looks like you can track the white all the way in front of that green.
Oh, man.
Coach Hirschbein-Bonner is really pleading his case, saying those trees are out there. Now they're going to go talk to Donovan Cash. He's saying, I definitely hit a home run, hit it 367 feet.
Oh, because Cash is going to tell you he didn't hit a home run there?
Oh, it is 357 to left center field, which is kind of in the wheelhouse that ball was hit in. And now these umpires are going to gather. H-Bod is pointing around the bases as if this call.
Pinch runner.
Okay, so you're correct, Ben. It's not going to be a home run. It's going to stay a double, and it will be.
Justin Boslin, number 39, outfielder, infielder from Northeastern.
94 miles per hour, 367 feet. That's just kind of some tough luck for Donovan Cash.
Only a double to show for it.
Right. I think it maybe 13 of 14 any CBL ballparks, that ball might be gone. Still an opportunity here for the cleanup. Another 5-hitter, Brody Heaton. A 1-for-2 day. He's been on base twice. Walked in the second inning, singled in the fourth inning. As that skips away from Burley, going over to third. Burley's going to eat it. How about that base running? You put him in the game, and immediately Boslin makes an impact.
It's becoming a popular trend with Justin Boslin. In fact, in Vermont, the same exact thing happened. Gets on second base, first pitch, wild pitch, Justin Boslin to third base. Almost surprised there was no throw there, as the ball was taking him in that direction.
I think if it maybe caromed a little faster, it might have been a different story, but Burley playing the less risky side. As that is hit foul, and he'll stay alive here.
Yeah, Heaton upset with himself there. Not a pitch he wanted to swing at.
Ocean State had runners on second and third and could not convert in the seventh. Now a runner on third again here in the eighth.
Yeah, becoming a popular theme for the Ocean State.
As that's down low. And now a good hitter's count here for the first baseman. 3 balls and 1 strike. Outside ball 4, a 5-pitch walk to Brody Heaton, and this inning is going to continue.
Fun fact about Heaton, economics major.
Well, he knows the numbers. He knows all the, really how to go about all of it. I'm sure he'll study that up and tell it to you.
Yeah, supply and demand, and right now the Waves have some demand for some runs.
There you go. And this is the part of the order that got that rally started last inning. It's made its way back around. Holderback, Ramirez, and Long with back-to-back-to-back singles. And it is Drew Holderback wearing that esteemed Ocean State number 12 to try to tie this game and maybe even give Ocean State the lead. Tying run on third, go-ahead run on first. Here with 2 down in the 8th. It's another ball from Ginther after the 5-pitch walk. Falls behind again.
Burley does his best to frame that one, but for sure outside.
1-0 is pop foul. 90 miles per hour from Ginther.
As that one's headed back towards the fire station.
What a big spot here for this 6-hitter. It's another pitch down low. Now 2-1 the count. So Holderback had that single in the 7th inning. A pair of strikeouts otherwise. One in the 4th and another in the 2nd. Looking for his 2nd hit right here. That nearly came in and got him. Little chin music, and now Burley. Well, he won't go out there and toss him. He'll just run out there and toss the ball back.
Yeah, that's what they call some hot soup. You better watch your lips.
As we just saw a moment ago, Logan McGuire warming up in the bullpen for the Gulls.
Ginther's moment right here, as that's popped up. And this lengthy at-bat continues. Now a full count to Drew Holderback.
More like Holder breath. You can hear a pin drop in this place right now.
2-1 the score. Tying run standing at third. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. A fist pump from Jake Burley, and Ginther's out of trouble. He strands 2 for a 2nd straight inning. Newport averts disaster. It's still a 1-run Gulls lead as we go to the bottom of the 8th.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews.
It's Newport by the slimmest of margins, 2-1 the score. As we head to the bottom of the 8th, it's the heart of the Gulls order to face Brooks I, Colton Ledbetter, Sam Kulasingam, and Noah Martinez. Looking to give Newport what would be some much-needed insurance. It is Ledbetter. He is responsible for why Newport has its 2 runs. A 2-run shot back in the 3rd inning. Gulls haven't scored since, haven't needed to score since to maintain their lead. As Ledbetter greeted with a breaking ball in for a strike. This will be interesting for I. He has great command. How do you attack a guy that can really turn on a ball?
Yeah, I mean, I think you got to just live on the corners, go for painting black.
As that's driven on the ground, gobbled up by Ramirez, out number 1.
Oh, nice job there by Brooks Eye, getting out a dangerous hitter. That was a matchup I was excited to see.
And he's been working quickly now, just 13 pitches in, but he's gotten 4 outs. 11 strikes, just 2 balls for the righty.
Yeah, great change of pace for the Waves, who their bullpen guys have been throwing a lot of balls recently, so I'd like to see majority of strikes.
Now here's Sam Kulasingam. He looks at ball 1. 2 runs on 6 hits for the Gulls, 1 run, 7 hits for the Waves. Sammy K looking for his first knock of the night and nearly had it right there. That'll wake you up if you're skipper Frank Holbrook, if you're third baseman Kyle Maves, or if you're third base ump Craig Andriozzi.
Yeah, the Ocean State bullpen fighting for that baseball over there. They have fun.
Swing and a miss from Kulasingam. Back to the fastball for Brooks Eye, 92 miles an hour. That's in there, strike 3. Painted that inside part beautifully. 94 on the gun, and there's out number 2.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better pitch there by Brooks Eye. 94 on the black. Nothing you can do with that one except stare at it and wave goodbye.
Right, that had a chance to maybe come a little too inside, but kind of just stayed the course. And Ocean State has found a way to figure out one of the most dangerous Newport hitters tonight, and Kulasingam. Martinez looking to keep the inning going for Newport, and looks at a first pitch strike.
Yeah, another painted black, this time on the outside half of the plate. Brooks Eye is just being a painter right now. A little Bob Ross action.
Another swing and a miss. 19 pitches from Brooks Eye, 16 of them have been strikes. Cannot ask for much more. It's what he did in his last start against the Newport Gulls. He kept Ocean State in the game. He's doing it here again. As there's a swing and a miss, a 3-pitch K. My goodness. Eye is on fire, the eye of the tiger. We go to the top of the 9th. Last chance for the Waves. It's a 2-1 Gulls lead. Hoping for win number 12. We'll be right back.
All right, fans, it's time for the last contest of the night.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long, every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
It's a perfect night at Cardines Field. The perfect crescent in the sky, not a cloud in sight. And if you're a Newport Gulls fan, you're pretty happy too. Gulls need 3 outs for a victory and calling on their NECBL Week 3 honor roll selection to try to do the job. It is Logan McGuire who steps in for the Newport Gulls. He's been great in his early tenure with Newport, a 2-1 record, a 3.27 ERA. 4 games, 2 of them starts. And that last appearance that he had, the one that really sticks out, 10 strikeouts in 5 innings of work against the Mystic Schooners. It is what got this 3-game winning streak started for Newport. Now he looks to come in and finish off win number 4 in a row.
Yeah, we got fastball, slider, changeup. Going to be sticking to that fastball and slider for the most part. 53% with the fastball, so wouldn't be surprised if we see a first pitch here.
7, 8, and 9 for Ocean State. The last hope. Alex Ramirez looks out a first pitch strike. It's a bottom of the order that is certainly capable. Ramirez and Long with singles in their last time up. And Creek Robertson's done it at Cardines Field before. As that just misses on the inner part of the plate. 91 from McGuire.
Borderline same pitch right there.
Just missing that inner part of the zone. To the Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket. That fastball just missing again. And it's a 2-1 count. A guy that's only walked 2 in his 11 innings of work. That paired with 20 strikeouts. Nice 10-to-1 K to walk ratio for the Georgia Tech righty. Nasty breaking ball in there for a strike. Ramirez had a dunk out of the way, and then by the time he ducks back in, sees that pitch dipped in the zone.
That pitch was so nasty, he should just sit down right now. I mean, I could have sworn that was strike 3. That's how nasty it was.
McGuire will try to sit him down right here. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. Top of the 9th, goals by 1.
I think I might have that one.
Shot into the air and, well, don't have a chance at it here, but it is back behind us near that America's Cup West Marlboro intersection. Ramirez staying alive here.
Just like the Bee Gees.
That's what we'll try to do again. Looking for Ocean State's 8th hit tonight. Grounds it over, first base side. Kula Singham flips it to McGuire, and there's out number 1.
Yeah, nice job to hustle off the mound, get over there to cover first base there. Not much you can ask more for McGuire. Some nasty pitches and, just being an athlete. PFPs, baby. That's what it's all about.
Pitchers got to field their positions, and that is what you saw right there with McGuire. He's a third of the way home. Justin Long, the next man standing in his way, and he's had a great night for these Waves. First pitch dots the zone. For Long tonight, he's the only Ocean State Wave that can say he's got multiple hits. Singles in the 5th and the 7th inning. Now 1-1 count to the Ocean State catcher. Looking to just spark something here and try to just get a guy on, then you can bring the top of the order up.
Yeah, I believe it's his first multi-hit game. So why not make it 3 hits?
What's one more?
Exactly. The catcher from Rice University, Kingwood, Texas.
Yeah, came back from injury, started playing at third base, about 40 games at third base, and rest at catcher, so can do it both.
Yeah, had a pretty good year behind the plate for the Owls this year. From a defensive standpoint, looks at strike 2 there. Threw out 10 base runners this season. Ended up hitting .225.
Yeah, already thrown out a handful here.
Looking to just find a way to get on base here. McGuire looking to punch him out. Swing and a miss, he got him. Logan McGuire sits him down for his first strikeout here tonight, 11th. Make it 12 by Gulls pitchers, and the Gulls are an out away.
Yeah, beautiful sequence right there. We got 2 breaking balls. You know the fastball's coming. Don't matter. Top of the zone. See if you can hit it.
Ocean State's going to go to the bench here, and the last hope for the Waves. It is Chase Meggers, the lefty.
See if you can do another homer here at Cardines.
Is that your card? I was just going to ask. In what could be your last chance tonight?
Exactly. It is the last.
Do you want to play it? Are we going all in?
I don't think I'm going all in. If I could have a double card, I'd take that.
Ah.
was a 3-run home run that Meggers had that helped Ocean State get it done, but right here, now a 1-1 count. The last life for the Waves. Newport by 1 in this pitcher's duel battle, trying to pick up its 4th straight win. Grounded back up the middle, Farquhar to first, and that's the ball game. 4 in a row for the Newport Gulls. They're winners here tonight in game number 3 of the Pellbridge series. A pitcher's duel and a thriller, another 1-run contest. Newport has won its 6th 1-run game of the season. Your final from Cardines Fields, Gulls 2 and Waves 1. And what we talked about it before the game, Ben, these two, they love to play in these close battles. A 1-run victory for Newport, a 2-run victory for Ocean State, and now another 1-run victory for the Gulls.
Yeah, it seems to be the story of this series and just really the whole season for the Waves. Not really many blowout losses for the Waves. Most of these losses coming by 1 run. You know, showing they're capable, but just not getting the job done. But great game here tonight. Absolutely a pitcher's duel between Knox and Miami Vice, as you want to call him.
Mr. Jake Garland, he'll be tonight's South Coast Health Player of the Game. Shane, he was great. 6 innings, 9 strikeouts, just 3 hits given up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what more you could ask for out of a guy. Miami Jake coming out here and just absolutely dealing. I have this thing I like to do where I say if a guy doesn't pan out in baseball, he can surely have a career in this, but I'm sure he could end up dealing at a casino any day of the week if baseball doesn't work out for him.
A big night for Garland's and another W for the Newport Gulls. They now are sitting at a 12-8 record. If that score holds out in the Vineyard, it could mean sole possession in the first. As Shane, we get a look here. It is now a 4-2 game out at the Shark Tank.
And speaking of, we might as well go for one more round, one more trip around the NECBL. Like we stated earlier, the Mystic Schooners took down the Bristol Blues 8-3, as did the Winnipesaukee Muskrats over the Sanford Mainers, again 8-3. Top of the 8th, the Vermont Mountaineers are ahead on the Upper Valley Nighthawks 7-2. The Danbury Westerners came out on top of the Keene Swamp Bats 7-3. Your Newport Gulls just defeated the Ocean State Waves, final score of 2-1. As Zach alluded to earlier, the North Shore Navigators lead the Martha's Vineyard Sharks 4-2 in the top of the 7th. And to round it all out, the North Adams Steeplecats hold a 5-2 lead over the Valley Blue Sox in the top of the 6th.
It's a packed night, all 14 teams in action. And maybe, as we've said a couple times when we've looked around the league, might have the best game for you right here at Cardines Field. It's another 1-run victory for the Gulls. 12 wins on the season. Incredibly, half of those have come by 1 run, including now twice against the Ocean State Waves. Another great game. Great starts from Cam Knox and Jake Garland. And really the only difference in this game, that 2-run home run by Colton Ledbetter.
Yeah, it was definitely, on the offensive standpoint, absolutely Colton Ledbetter's game. But they say the NECBL is a pitcher's league, and I think that holds true. And you see it's true today more than anything, as everyone that came out of the pen, starters, everyone absolutely shoved on both sides. Not really much you can complain about on a pitching standpoint. Bats just went quiet. Well, the runs went quiet.
3 combined runs, 13 combined hits. It doesn't matter how you get it done. If you're the Newport Gulls, it's if you get it done. That's what they did tonight, picking up a win over their Rhode Island rivals. Newport moves to 12-8. Ocean State falls to 9-13. Well, Ben, we will see you guys 3 more times this year. It's been an absolute pleasure having you up here in the booth. A little different. Go from Zach Austin to Ben Bellotti, but still fantastic. Yeah. Nonetheless, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having me. We had a great time, even though, home team or my home team lost, but it's all right. Had fun up here. Called a great game. Saw a great game. Some great baseball all around. Some great broadcasting all around. Nothing to complain about on my end.
Absolutely. Another great night for baseball at Cardines Field. We treated you to a good one, whether you're here at Cardines Field or watching on your screen on the NECBL network. That's going to do it for us here in the booth for our field reporter Shane Briggs and the Ocean State, the voice of the Waves, Ben Bellotti. I am Zach Letson. We will step aside and be right back with tonight's player of the game, Jake Garland. But stepping aside shortly as we sign off from the booth, Newport winners here tonight, 2-1.